I'm here. Tastes like medicine. Okay. Let's tighten that. Good. Oh wait. I've been very I haven't been very nice to this microphone and arm, so it feels like it's breaking. If I lift it up, it's like it's less, it's not as balanced as it was. So if I lift it up now, it does droop a little bit. Ender's bread, more like Ender's piss. You take that back. You'll hurt my feelings. Do my feelings mean nothing to you? I'll have you know, I haven't pissed in 14 years. I was going to say something, but I had like several thoughts stuck in my head at once, and they kind of all cancelled each other out. They were both piss related, but one of them was relating to, I was trying to think of something to do with Sniper from TF2, and then the other one was that, like, I don't know if it was a TikTok or what, of some guy it's just like, I don't know, drinking a load of whatever water and is saying, I'm making piss. I was thinking of both of those things, and they both cancelled each other out in my head, and I just sat in silence. I'm making... Where's my buttons? There's that. Hi. Oh, like for a very brief moment there, the background was blurred out really nicely, and it kind of looked like I was a professional. Hi, Halo. Hi, Maya. Do poorly drawn horses dream of electric bread? I was talking about how much piss one man can produce, and is there too much? Is there a point at which you've produced too much? I don't think so. I think the more the merrier. That's what I've always said. Just keep drinking. You know, the clearer the better. There's a market for Gamer Boy piss. Maybe I should get in on that market. Does the clarity of it matter? Like, if it comes out cloudy, is that like, does that have a lower value, or does it just depend on the market? It's like there's probably people out there that don't really, they're not really too choosy, or like they are very choosy, but it doesn't really matter. Like it depends on who you are, I should say. Some people like it cloudy, some people like it clear. You'll never find someone who likes it both ways. The more yellow, the more expensive. It's the amount of gold it contains, isn't it? You can dilute it. Yeah, do you think they would know if it was do you think someone would like take a sip and say this piss has been adulterated? You've diluted this. How dare you? I paid for high quality pure. I paid for bread's finest. I can't have a true golden shower with this. This is disgusting. Yeah, you've cut it with other piss. This has got horse in it. I know what cow piss smells like. This has got cow piss in it. We need an experiment on a human where we collect all their piss in their lifetime. The experiment is can we do it? It's not a case of there's no other purpose for that experiment. It's like, yeah, we could. I don't really know why we did this, but we can do it. Technically. What's wrong with this? I mean, it's been 5 minutes and we've spoke more about piss than I think I have in my entire life. Don't eat piss on Gooner today. They can't. Most Gooners can't produce it anymore because their urethra has just been calcified into a pure seed machine, or it's calcified closed in all the edging, in a way of in a way of reducing the amount of edge in a preservation way to hold on to it. It's just calcified shut. Just to measure someone's piss level. Everyone gets one. Everyone has a piss level. It's like your item level in WoW. It's not homeless so they can shower. I mean, they there's probably some out there that would probably smell better if you pissed on them. I suppose it depends on like who you are. I've never really met many homeless people, so I don't go around smelling them. You're at 601 item level. Maya, I came up with a theory this morning about item levels in World of Warcraft, and my theory is that the higher the item level, the more of a knobhead the person is. It's a direct correlation. I had a 606 in a group this morning doing Stone Vault, and he was a knobhead, whereas everyone else was relatively low. So I came to the conclusion that the higher the item level, the more likely you are to be a knobhead. You have a high piss level, you drink a lot? I think I drink quite a bit. I've drank quite a bit this morning. I drank probably about probably like 2/3 of this. I try and drink a lot. I'm fill it up by drinking other people's piss. Yeah, it's like how in uh Tokyo Ghoul, ghouls can get stronger by eating other ghouls. Although I think that might have been retconned in just for the sake of it, but you know. Also, I don't live in a posh neighborhood. I think it's just mostly because the homeless people just kind of. A lot of the houses here aren't that nice. So I think it's the fact that because of the area is quite cheap to live in and there's a lot of council asses, so I think there's not as much homelessness simply because most of the homeless people just have a shit house or live in a crack den. Yeah, the Tories did cut all the homeless in half. It's a weird valley of knobheadness just below the pinnacle players. I suppose it could. I suppose there is. There could be a point where you get so good at the game that it doesn't matter anymore. It's the same. Maybe it's the same in all of them. In all games. I don't. No, I don't think it is because I think that the further up I think that it is the general rule is the higher up in the game in a game you get, the more of a knobhead you get. But there are exceptions to the rule. What am I building right now? I need more something. What do I need more of? I can get more of that. I need more rotors, yeah. And that needs more screws. If you drink well, you drink like 1.5 liters an hour. All right, maybe you've got a higher piss level than me. I can't attain such a grand height. Can I get rid of the tree on the track? I could, but you know, that would then be me bending to my viewers, and I have to maintain a level of order and discipline here. That me bending to my viewers like that would cause that kind of rift. There's not going to be any bending. Unless bending shows up, but he doesn't show up very often, so. Unless he's always listening and watching. I'm making that. There's making wire, but that's fine. I don't need much wire. What is it? I need more screws. I think. I'm definitely producing enough rods to make more screws. So let's build like another screw maker. Screw maker? Screw maker? Michael Screwmaker. Oh, this is... Yeah, that'll do. Oh, it's not even clipping through anything. Okay. Then that can go... Wait. I don't know how I'm going to connect this into the system. I didn't really think this system through. I'll be honest. There we go. I've come to the conclusion in WoW that right now I'm playing to do one dungeon and one dungeon only. I know that only Maya knows anything about WoW, but I currently only want the mount that you can get from Mythic Stone Vault, and I've got no other reason to play it, and so that's all I'm doing. I log in the morning, do Stone Vault Mythic twice because I've got 2 characters at max level, and then log out. I want a merger. I'll put that there. I don't see anything wrong with my way of playing WoW. What the fuck? Schumacher's still alive, being kept alive on the Golden Throne by sacrificing 4,000 Psychers a day. I think he is, yeah. Oh, I finished playing. I beat Space Marine 2 last night. I've played through all of that now, and I can say that Space Marine 2 is a very good game. So I haven't played through the entire thing. I've got 6 levels left to do, but they're like 6 side levels. A number of the missions have like side levels in them that a separate team is doing. That's just like a different part of the game. But I've completed the main story. Like I've completed Titus's story, and I very much enjoyed playing Space Marine 2. It is a improvement over Space Marine 1. Very expensive, so I can't necessarily recommend it too heavily. But and also it has parrying in it, but it's not the best. But either way, it's still very good. God, oh my! Currently on my thing, my main character, my Death Knight that you saw, Coco. He's I've pretty much maxed out my Great Vault because I managed to get all the way up to the final 2 bosses of the raid as well. I managed to find a group that would take me up to there, but then it fell apart on the court of whatever it's called. My main in World of Warcraft is a Death Knight called Coco, but it's spelled COQ hole. No one's brought it up in game. No one's like laughed at the fact that my character's name is Coco. I haven't unlocked level 8. I'm also not a high enough item level to be able to do that. But I'm not really too bothered about getting the highest item level I can because I know that I'm already behind I'm already behind, and like I said, my main goal for WoW is getting that mount from the Stone Vault. I have no other there's nothing about it that I like. There's nothing about it that I want from WoW. Am I playing Shapes or Shapes 2? I own Shapes 2. I played it for about like an hour or so. Not on stream. I just tried it on my own because it was like free. It wasn't free, it was cheap. I don't know why I said free. Anyway, I saw that it was German propaganda because it was funded by like the German Ministry for Defense or something. And that made me not want to play it because I was like, no, I'm not being subject to German propaganda. No Invincible runs? No. What, runs for the Mount Invincible? I used to do that. I used to run for Invincible every week. I gave up because I never got it. I go for Gmod occasionally. I've started going for Gmod because that's also a robot mount that I want. And that's pretty good. You can run that. You can actually run that up to 4 times a week per character, but I don't know how to access it through Raid Finder, so I don't do that. I've already forgot. I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, no, yeah. Shapes 2. It's like it got like an award from the German government or something. That isn't the real reason that I didn't really like it. I played it a little bit. I could see the appeal of it. It just wasn't my thing necessarily. Have we got? I don't think I've got. Okay, so I have enough screws going in. It's just that I don't have. This here is just not making them very often. Do I have any? Okay, I have some of these waiting. I like hopping around my machinery too much. I know. But that's because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm only playing this because I had nothing else to do. And I don't really know what I'm supposed to do. I need to make these. I'm not very good at multitasking. I can't talk. I can either talk about WoW or I can play Satisfactory. There's no middle ground. I could build another assembler to try and see if that would help. But I don't know if I've got... I don't actually know if I'm making enough of everything to build a second one. And I know that the information is there for me, but I much prefer just winging it and hoping for the best. Put that in there. And then I can't see what's going on because the microphone arm's in the way. I've done normal. I've done LFR and I did normal. I got up to the, well, I haven't beaten it because the dungeon group the raid group I was in fell apart on the you know the two of them, the one where you've got to pull the web to stop the guy from charging at the wall. The group that I was in fell apart there, and then the second group that I got in that just coincidentally, I looked for a group that was at that point so that I didn't cause any problems with losing out on loot drops, and that group there never managed to get past it, and then they kicked me from the group because I wasn't doing enough damage. Or at least I assume that's what they did, what they kicked me for. They didn't actually tell me, they just kicked me. So I assume it was because I wasn't doing enough damage and they wanted to and they were going for they were trying to reduce the size of the group. But to be fair, I'm not very good at the game, so I can understand why I wasn't doing much damage. I ran a sim of my character and he was getting like 700,000 damage DPS. And I don't know how he does that. I get like 300,000 at most, unless I'm in AOE, in which I fucking top the charts in AOE. Merger. Death Knight AOE at the moment's great. Well, Frost Death Knight. Everyone's a fucking Frost Death Knight at the moment. No one wants me though. Every time I queue for a group, no one lets me in because I don't think they like me. They see my Frost Death Knight and go, "Oh no." I actually have to think about how I'm playing when playing Frost DK, and I've never done that before. Even when playing Frost Death Knight, I've never really thought about how to do it, and until I was in that the raid that I was in, and I saw that there were people with lower item levels doing more damage than me, and I was like, how the fuck what am I doing wrong? I've been playing, my ult is a survival hunter at the moment. What did I say? I said survival hunter, yeah. My ult is a survival hunter, and survival hunter is really easy. Survival hunter is just like Fury Warrior, but even easier. Actually, no, it's even easy. It's fucking easy. Survival Warrior, Survival Hunter is like what is like what Arcane Mage used to be, but even easier than that. And you do loads of damage. You just have to make sure that you don't like walk in shit because you're very squishy because you're a survival because you're a hunter. Frost, yeah. I play Frost Death Knight in Hearthstone. Throwing bombs. Hey, what works? It's very it is fun though playing Survival Hunter because both AOE and single target rotations are identical. It's just one of them you use Butcher and then the other one you use Raptor Strike or whatever. and that's it. It doesn't really matter that Butchery or whatever it's called has only 3 charges, because it recharges so quick, and you just like interweave in kill command. You weave that in to make sure you're still getting energy or focus. Sorry. No, I am, because I fucking top the charts. I got a DPS meter. I can see how much I'm doing compared to other people. Make sure you don't have too many bombs on. Make sure you don't overlap bombs to make sure you've got the best DPS. Use that. I don't know what it is. There's a blue and yellow icon that I press every 30 seconds. Make sure I'm zipping around. I haven't done a raid on that. I've only done Stone Vault Mythic, but you know. Okay, so how's this going? I pride myself on, at the very least, being able to know how to play the game, like how to not die. I like to make sure that I'm not the first person dying in a raid, or in a group. Which very recently, I have been like the last person alive, and to me that is a very good thing, because that means that I'm playing the game well enough. You know, I might not be doing the most damage, but I'm not doing the least, and I'm doing everything else correctly. Let's make another biomass burner. Come on, I don't care. What do you mean there's something in the way? There we go. But no, I haven't done much of I didn't really do a huge amount of raiding, because I don't really look forward to the final 2 bosses, because I've watched videos on the final 2 bosses of the raid, so it's like I know how to do them. I just, because I haven't done them yet, they scare me. That's not what I need. Is that going to be enough? I think it is. Yeah. But I did enjoy it. Of what I've done in all the raid bosses that I have done. It's been fun. I've got no intention of going any. What now? Oh wait, maybe these have run out. That is correct. They have. Okay. I've got no intention of going any higher than normal if I do continue with raiding. Let's just put some wood in here. Oh wait, no, I don't want to put wood in there. I want to use biomass, because that's just better. I've got no intention of going any higher than normal. Not enough space in inventory. Well, make space. Oh, I've got biomass here. Put that away. Put that away. That away. Monorail. Put that away. Okay. Grab that. No. Grab. Oh fuck! I filmed it. Whatever. But yeah, no. The problem with the second to last boss is that nobody would. No one volunteers to be the people to spread the fucking thing across the path. No one volunteers to do it. The group that I was in, like, they would just say, they'd just say that 2 people need to do this, and then no one would like volunteer, because obviously no one's going to, because of the fucking bystander effect. Because no one volunteers, and then you get into the fight and no one does it, because obviously the bystander effect. So no one does the mechanic. And so you end up wiping, and people go, why are we wiping? And it's like, because you're not assigning anyone to do it. I don't care who you are, you just have to say, you and you do this. Like, in one of the attempts, I can't remember which one it was, like, the guy in charge, or the guy who had taken charge, whether they were leader or not, I don't know. The guy who had taken charge was like, alright, we've got 2 hunters, that's perfect. Both of you do it. To which one of them didn't say anything, and the marksman hunter was like, I'm a marksman hunter, I ain't doing that. When the correct response from the guy in charge should have just been, I don't care. You know, the response should have been, "It's for the greater good. Fucking do the mechanic." And so, like, one of the hunters didn't respond, and the other hunter said, "No, I'm not doing that." And basically, the raid leader clapped his hands and went, "Good enough, let's go." And we did that like 4 times before everyone went, "Well, this didn't work," and everyone left. And it's like, well, of course it's not working. No one's assigning roles. And then, like, no, then what would happen is on a couple of occasions, the people who were on one of them, the people did get on one of the attempts, people did get assigned to it, and so there were people who knew that that's what they were having to do. But like, they'd do it the first time, and then no one would do it the second time, and they'd go, "What's going on? Why is no one killing the ads?" And it's like, no, that's not the problem. The ads are annoying, sure, but that's not the problem. The problem is that for some reason the people who said that they were going to do the mechanic just didn't do it the second time. And it's like, what? Like, I'm fucking, I'm a Frost Death Knight. Like, I'm not even gonna begin to try and do the mechanic. It's like, obviously it's towards the end of the raid, so like people may be getting tired or whatever, which is like fair enough. But no, just because it's not like it. It's only like 2 people. As far as I'm concerned, the final boss, the second to last boss, because I haven't done the last one, is like, it's, for the average person, it's not that hard. Like, there's not much for each person to do. There are like 2 people. There's like, if you go on the assumption that, you know, the tanks have to know what they're doing, which from what I've seen seems like a little bit difficult. It seems like the tanks do have some a little bit of a tough job with it. The tanks need to know what they're doing, and then the 2 people doing that mechanic need to know what they're doing, and everyone else is basically just every man for themselves. Like, all you need to do is get 2 people and say, "You're doing this." I know in the later phases you've got to like get the people to go and stand in the center of the boss, and then have them dispelled and things like that. But like, that happened, like, we got to that point a couple of times, and on one of them I didn't know what it was, so I died to that by accident because I didn't know what I was looking at. But I also wasn't affected by the bug attack or whatever. I don't know what it is. I wasn't affected by that, so I didn't have to worry about it. But I did still die to it because I didn't know what I was looking at just in general. But then, like, I saw people who had the things that needed to be dispelled, just having them dispelled at random times. Like, someone was like nowhere near the boss and had it dispelled, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? So, that's definitely not that boss is definitely not very good in a public group. Because like the tanks also try and bring the bosses together for the cleave damage, when in a number of occasions that's a problem. You don't want the bosses to be next to each other, such as when the boss is doing that cataclysm thing where you've got to get the people to go stand next to it. And so you just kind of, have I got space in imagery? Yeah, I do. It just ends up being like, it's the rest of the bosses are fine. I had a jolly good time doing it. It's my first raiding experience. That was fun. It's my first like proper raiding experience. It was fun. I've done LFR in the past, but it was enjoyable. The bosses were relatively simple. You know, there's difficult things here and there. But as long as you're organised, it's not too bad. The group that I was in, until it started to break down, was pretty good. People did the mechanics as best as they could, and, you know, actually I might need to have this go in. I might not be able to put this in myself. I even got a piece of equipment. I got my chest. I got my my chest piece, which is very nice. I'm half tempted to use my. Can I?
Welcome to the Project Assembly Pioneer Progress presentation.
What's this?
Congratulations, the Phase 1 project part shipment is now ready for delivery. On delivery, Phase 1 will be completed and the distribution platform will be constructed. After completion of Phase 1,
this wasn't in the last time I played this.
4 will become available in the hub. Highlights are automated power, steel production, personnel transportation, and many more. Completing Phase 2 of Project Assembly is your next main objective. New project parts will need to be produced and delivered to the space elevator as you have done previously. Continue to construct, automate, explore, and exploit
Cool.
for a better Fix-It future.
Oh, there we go. But no, yeah, I had a good time with the bosses that I did fight, and it felt, it didn't, at no point did it feel too difficult, and it may have just been because I also had a decent group. The people who were doing it were pretty good.
Phase 1 of Project
Like,
Assembly
they were doing what they
completed.
had to do.
This is only the beginning of Project Assembly, the first step towards saving the day. You have performed adequately so far. Reminder, not only is Fix-It saving humanity, it is saving all of Earth, including kittens and puppies. It is statistically likely that you appreciate the continued existence of kittens and or puppies. Continue the work for their sake. Continue the work for Fix-It. It is time to start the work on Phase 2 of Project Assembly.
I feel like I didn't put that much stuff into space just now to make all of that. I feel like I only put a couple plates up there, and I built all of that. It isn't exactly. It doesn't really scale them add up a little bit. Da da da. But yeah, I haven't done any other Mythic Plus dungeons other than Stone Vault though. I just don't really have that much interest in it. I spend most of my anytime that I play WoW, any time that I'm spending playing WoW, I spend mining. I'm currently leveling up a paladin at the moment, a Retribution paladin, just so I've got a third character to run Stone Vault on a day, and then I might do a mage as well. There's still items that I can get from Stone Vault that I need, like I can get another sword from Stone Vault, which would be decent, but that's about it. I only want the I only want that mount, and it says very rare on the thing. Okay, I need more rotors. On the adventure log, it says that it's very rare, whereas on the mount for the raid, it says extremely rare. So I'm going on the assumption that the drop rate isn't insanely low. Like, it'll be very low, but it won't be insanely low. What do I need more of? I need more, I need more pipes? Rods? Do I need more iron rods? Or is it steel? No, for iron. More iron rods. I'm currently not making that many of them. This here is full of iron ingots, so I can split this up and make more steel rods out of it. Da 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 da. Okay. And then like splitter. I mostly just like going around. I'm a big fan of just getting just farming materials though. I can run it. I've got on my on my hunter, I have both herbalism and mining, and I've got that sky golem, so I can just fly. I haven't had to put points into being able to pick herbs while flying or while mounted. But I've done it on mining, so I can just stay mounted all the time and just go around grabbing everything. Like a hungry little herb goblin. And then I send them all to my Death Knight to sell. There was a rush the other day where I was getting quite a bit for it. I think it's died down a little bit now. So I need to send iron rods somewhere. Down here, I think. that there seems to be producing things semi like frequently enough. Yeah, this here always has stuff. This here kind of always has stuff. I could, if I remove, not that. Where's the button? That. If I move this, then that's those two there will get more. Hi, Vispheric. Bazinga. Are you a big banger? Big banghead. Okay. Oh wait, no, I've done that wrong, haven't I? Oh no, I haven't. That's fine. Do that. There we go. Bazooka. Does anyone else get unnecessarily annoyed when someone calls a rocket launcher a bazooka? I'm not bothered if someone accidentally calls like a BMP-2 a tank, but if someone calls like calls like a modern Panzerfaust or a javelin a bazooka, I will get down on all fours and screech like a cat. That's very not. That shape there doesn't make any sense, but that'll do. Da, da, da. Panzerfaust isn't a bazooka. Shut up. All my hair's gonna stand on end, and I'm gonna screech. It's separate. A bazooka is a type of... is the Americans' counter to what was the tank threat in World War II. It's a separate weapon. It's like people that call an AK-12 an AK-47. It's not. Or an AK-74 or an RPD. They're different weapons. The AK-47 was made for like 1 year, and there's like 1,000 of them. And they immediately went, this is shit, let's make a better one. And they made the AKM. Or was it the AK-74? I can't remember which way it went. Like, Donald Trump was shot at by an AK type rifle the other day. And all over Twitter was people being like, oh, Donald Trump's been shot by an AK-47. Apart from one Twitter post, which was an AK-47 style rifle. To which I was like, you know what, that's fair enough, you can say that. But everyone else was like AK-47. And it's like, no, the AK-47 doesn't, like, there's like 7 of them made. 47 might as well just stand for how many of them that they made. Okay, that's fine. And this here, am I making enough? I'm not getting enough screws. Okay, I need screws. This here does have enough screws. Why is this place getting enough screws, but this one isn't? He was shot by an M16. He was attacked by an M1. I'm not going to say which, though. An M4. America really does. Yeah, the helmet. Someone threw a helmet at him. This here, I think part of the problem is that these things here aren't. This here isn't. Okay, let's look at researching things. Can I go back to researching? Yeah, I can. Let's research to get like faster, whatever it's called. That's whatever. Jump pads, useless. That's useless. This isn't. Let's get this. Okay. So I need 50 advanced things, which I am making, but they're being filtered straight into that. So I might actually have some lying around. I need 200 concrete, or whatever that is. 300 rods and 300 things. Okay. That's yeah. There. Got that. So now I've got the 50 of those. I saw I wonder. I saw yesterday. I saw that AK-47 was trending, so that's what piqued my interest and had me go. Why is AK-47 trending? What's going on? Trending with a significant amount of tweets, and so I looked at what had happened, and it was just someone trying to kill Donald Trump again. And I saw within in amongst everyone like just tweeting that, because obviously all the bots were tweeting it. There was a couple that I saw that were very clearly either bots or just people that were different. They there was one that was just had like AI generated pictures of Donald Trump, like it was pictures of AI generated pictures of Donald Trump being like chased by the Secret Service in a in a golf cart. And I like that whoever had those pictures were like, this is gonna trick people into thinking that Donald Trump was attacked, was like being was being like having to flee in a golf cart. When in reality, one of the pictures that they uploaded, one of the generated pictures was Donald Trump hugging a tree, like from behind it, hiding it, hiding. It was funny. I don't know. It has been a while indeed. How am I? I am doing fine. How are you? I'm gonna put this over here. I am doing somewhat fine. Oh, I've just noticed that the bots are now using different iterations of the word of like different letters to try and get past the any kind of sensor or filters. You know how like in games people will usually use like an O with like the line through it, or like O's with umlauts over it to if someone has taken the name they want. The bots are doing that now with asking for viewers or offering viewers. You're good. I'm glad. Fine, that sounds bad. You just realize, hey, I'm doing well enough. You know how it is. Do I have biomass on me? Yeah, but I need like better biomass to use the chainsaw. Oh wait. What was in here? No, put that away. This here is leaves. Do I have any leaves? I'm gonna run out of electricity soon. I do not have leaves, but I do have biomass. So what I can do is grab it all. Put this away. Put some away. Put that away. Grab more leaves. Yeah, and then we'll switch this over here to producing biomass from or whatever it is. What's it called? This stuff? Not that. This. Have that, and then put this in here. There we go. Gorgeous. Yeah. I don't know where those 8 leaves disappeared to, but there was leaves in here that aren't in there anymore. Okay. What's been occurring, unknown? Eh? If you're still around, and if you didn't leave the moment that I just said I'm glad. Grab this. Good. Okay, do that to 100. Okay. So I've got that. I need metal pipes, which I think I should have some scattered around somewhere. Maybe. I don't know how many I'm producing. It's not enough, however many that is. Oh no, it's plenty. I'm making plenty. Yeah. So it is just screws. Screws are the problem, I think. I would guess that screws are the problem. Yeah, because they're like always. That's always what I'm waiting on. Why do I need so many screws? Okay. Okay. I've got pipe. Need pipe. Pipe and plate. Pipe and plate. Hello and welcome to the pipe and plate. Put that there. That there. That there. Bang. Bonza. Send that. Okay, so now I've got faster. I can have faster
would like to remind
things.
you of your contractual obligation towards efficiency. Recreational use of belts and
I
lifts
can now
does
make
not
faster
count towards
belts.
work hours and will put you on the list.
How do I?
Stay efficient. Don't disappoint. Fix it.
Oh, stop. There we go. Because that requires like more of the fancy plates, so I'm gonna have to make fancy plates. Bring out the fine china. Bring out the fancy plates. My daughter's teacher is coming to the house. Bring out the fine china. So yeah. I'm not producing enough of these. I need to produce more of these things here. There's barely any on the thing. These. I need to produce more of these because I'm just going to start needing these. And this requires plates and screws. But I'm not producing, like, I'm barely producing enough screws. So, but I've got plenty of iron plates, though, because I'm not using them for anything else. Okay. Assembler. Put that, like, there. And then, like... Splitter? Put that. Come on. There. That'll do. I can't remember how to lift, what's the button? Lift to, like, make it taller. Oh wait, it's like that. That's how you do it. Put that down there. That'll do. So we've now got plates going into there, and then what was it? Was it screws that I needed out? Was it the other thing with screws, wasn't it? Yes. So I'm gonna have to make more screws. Unless I am producing enough screws. I don't think I am. Okay. Bring out the child? No. It's my child. I gave birth to it. You can't have it. I think it's called China because of the country the other way around. I think it is the other way around, actually. I think China, as a form of pottery, it came first. I think it's an old English term. Okay. I think it came from, I think Henry VIII said it originally. Okay. I'm still producing plenty of, like, too much iron, so I can make even more rods if I want. Rodney? Rodders? Anyone else, anyone a big only fools and horses head? Rodders? Bring it around here. That's, like, perfectly normal. Do that. There we go. Then bring, like... There we go. I've forgotten where I'm taking these and what I'm doing. Okay, this is iron rods. I remember now. So, I'm taking the... no, wait. Bring it... Hold on. That's, like, splitting into there to make that. This here is, like... No, yeah, no. I'm producing plenty of... That's fine. This here... Fuck it, I don't care. I'm getting too... nothing will get done if I start using math to try and figure out what I'm doing. I'm not smart enough for that. We don't use math here at Endless Bread. Okay. Get rid of this. Don't accidentally delete whatever's behind it. I want to... That's making pipes. Yeah. That would make pipes. Then put this... Not that. It fits here somewhere. Yeah. Like, I don't know if I can actually pull out of there. Yeah, there we go. And then, like, grab that. Okay, I can't do that. I think these things, any problems that I'm starting here will probably fix themselves if I just leave it long enough. So that attaches to there, and that can attach to here. That's making screws. Screws then can come out over here. My screws are coming out. Okay, let's all be very supportive of my screws. There we go. That'll work probably. The late 16th century is an adjective from Persian Chinese, relating to China, where it was originally made. No, that's a lie. China comes the porcelain comes first. There we go. Ow. I'm leaking. Yes. I mean continent. I have a piss bag strapped to my leg at all time. It's not like a catheter bag or it's just a bag that's like a carrier bag, like a Tesco carrier bag strapped to my leg. Okay. Oh yeah, I didn't actually attach this to anything. Where's any free power things here? There's one. You're in a continent, it's not something you can flex. I can. Depends on what continent you're on, really. If you're on the Antarctic continent, that's a bit of a flex. Being on the European continent isn't much of a flex, I will admit. But, you know, it's summit. I mean, it depends, really. To some people, you know, being on the European continent probably is a flex, I'll be honest. Okay, there we go. Now producing those, but I'm going to need to produce these on a huge scale. Da, da, da. Okay. So this here can like split up. I can split this up into more because this here produces 30 iron a minute, whereas this one here is producing 60. So I can actually split this and get even more out of it. So I can, yeah, that is right. Do that. I think later on I can actually get even more out of this eventually. But there we go. Do that. Set this to iron. Then find some electricity from somewhere. There's some. Bring that there. Put that in. There we go. Wait, did I? Yeah, I did. Cool. 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 It's vibrating. Okay, I don't know why. There's just a bug that they're all highlighted, and it's like you can kind of get rid of it, but sometimes not. And sometimes while trying to get rid of it, you also make it worse. There you go, and then just do that so that I can look. No! Oh, for fuck's sake. On there, and then there we go. Okay. No! Oh wait, no, that was already like that. There we go. Okay. Alright. I found something else to be annoyed at this morning while I was just doing my usual browsing the internet. I'm always trying to find something to be annoyed at. Something that people... Some common held belief that I choose to get annoyed at. And I've discovered that I'm annoyed at people who are asking for backwards compatibility now in consoles. Not as a like, not as the theory. The theory behind it is true. I believe in. I agree with. Yeah. I think that you should be able to have. I think that you should be able to play old games on new systems, but it's the one example. The one example that I saw was someone. It was a webcomic where it was a Nintendo Switch webcomic where the Switch was an anime girl, of course, and it was some guy like asking like, oh, can I play my old games on it? To which the Switch is like, sure, that would be $30. To which the guy then goes, but I own the game. I own the Game Boy games. What's the problem? To which I think that that's a stupid argument because you're arguing that your Nintendo Switch should have a Game Boy cartridge slot on it, which really doesn't make any sense because that's technology that's like 25 years old. Your Nintendo Switch should not have a Game Boy cartridge slot on it. Controversial opinion it seems, but I don't think I should be able to play my specific games like game cartridges on my Nintendo Switch because I just don't need to. And evidently, yes, in consoles. I do believe in being able to play my old games on modern consoles, but not my old games. Like my games cartridges, I'm fine just having on the shelf. Like I don't think I should be able to put Austin Powers My Underground Lair in my Nintendo Switch. I don't think I need to do that, you know. But it would be nice to be able to play this on the Switch on a virtual console. I could see where that's coming from. And if Nintendo said that I could do this and charge $30, I would be annoyed because this game is A, shit, and B, you know, older than I am. So like I get wanting to play your old games, but like wanting to play your old games, specifically this game on a modern console is stupid. I should be able to pay like £5 to get access to an old game. I'm fine paying for old games as well. Like if I wanted to play like Pokemon Fire Red and they were like, yeah, sure, you can play that on the Switch. Just give us £5 and you can play Pokemon Fire Red. I'd be fine with that. If the argument, it's very specifically the argument that I saw was that the guy owned his own cartridge, therefore he should be able to play it. He shouldn't have to pay $30 for it, which I believe in the not paying $30 for it. But the cartridge has nothing to do with it. The argument should be it shouldn't be $30 to play a game that's older than I am. I believe in. I think that's you know that's why emulators exist. But yeah, I've discovered that I'm now staunchly against backwards compatibility. I think there's a point at which allowing new consoles to play old games, like physical old games, is probably a point at which you don't have to keep adding them. It's different with like PlayStation and Xbox because they use discs. When it comes to like Nintendo, it's like I don't think. You know, I don't want my Nintendo Switch to have an N64 slot on it. You know, I don't want to be able to play my NES games on a Nintendo Wii. It was just an argument that I saw on while browsing the internet that kind of made me go, "All right, you're only half right with that," and it annoyed me. Da, da, da. And to be fair, it annoyed me because they were getting annoyed at what is effectively nothing. Well, maybe the wrong thing, which kind of makes me just as bad as they are, because I'm getting annoyed at them for it. Okay, so where are the problems? So this here is making... I'm producing plenty of iron plates, but I'm not necessarily producing screws and plates. Well, I'm producing... Oh, I'm producing plates fast enough, but not screws. Because for this I need what? I need 60 screws a minute. And if I follow this all the way back, this here is producing 40 a minute. Okay, so that's producing 40, 4, 8, 12, so I'd need 3 of these to fuel 2 of those. Only of screws. Let's set up another thing, because there's something I actually want base building now. Base building requires metal plates, iron rods, and concrete, okay. Put that in, and then put that in, there we go. Okay.
Milestone reached. Several new structures are now available for improving factory organization. Foundations provide a building grid, which
I do
makes it
think that
easier to
old
manage
old
placement
games
of any
should be
structure.
available on new consoles
event
in a
that you will
way,
experience
even if it is
amnesia
just
for
through a
all
built-in
events prior to
emulator, or just the
planetfall.
option to
Be
emulate them.
reassured that memories of beloved humans and or animals would have only been distractions from your important mission.
Because, like, you know, people love to complain about piracy, but piracy is only a problem if you don't give us access to the game. Therefore, if you give us access to the games, people aren't going to pirate them. But there will still be some people that do, but, you know. There's a reason that music piracy diminished significantly when Spotify became a big thing. Okay, so I would like to produce some screws. I'm going to need 3 screw producers. Screw producers require metal rods. How many metal rods do I produce? I produce that. I produce 15 rods. This here needs 10. I need some. I hate this is when the numbers don't start like lining up nicely, and you've got to struggle. I've got to struggle. Nintendo wants to be Apple, that's why. I mean, kind of, but I don't really know. I don't know how that's. I mean, they want to charge as much as they can, of course. The fuck. I don't think that it's necessarily always a bad thing. Whatever. Nintendo. I don't know what my thought is. You said that they want to be Apple, and that just completely broke my mind. I was like, yeah, that makes sense. I forgot what I was on about. I'm trying to figure out this and think about how much I don't like Nintendo. This music's got a bit of a Final Fantasy vibe to it. Only a little bit. I've never played Final Fantasy, but I played FF14, and that's basically the same thing. Okay. I need 3 screw makers to make 2 of those. So let's work on that. I need to make 2 of these. That's what we're doing. We're making 2 of these. That's where that's what the current goal is, to make 2 of these. Yeah. I'm going to delete this one. Get rid of that. I also get rid of that. Okay. And I want these to be making reinforced iron plates. Okay. And so that's going to need... I'm going to need 3 screw machines. 4, 8, 12. Yes. Okay. I haven't actually touched my Nintendo Switch in ages. It's been in the shed for God knows how long. There's not really anything on it. Like, just in general, there's no Nintendo games have kind of fallen off, really. Okay. I need to produce like foundations. I'll do that. Oh, I refuse to believe these are... Oh, that's 1 meter high. I've just kind of like... I used to love like Nintendo and getting like a new Nintendo game. But like after Breath of the Wild, I just kind of didn't care anymore. I don't really know what it was. But everything... Oh, for goodness... Oh, no, it's fine. But for whatever reason, after Breath of the Wild, I just stopped really caring. I think it's mostly just because they don't do anything new, and anytime they do something new, it's just not very interesting. Let's constructor. That's out of line. Okay, come on. That's good. And then put that there. Okay. So this here is making iron ingots. The iron ingots then get made. Do they have to, the iron ingots have to get made into metal rods? And then, how many does that produce? That produces what? How many does this? This here produces 30 a minute. So I can create 2 metal rod machines. This here should split up. Oh, for goodness sake. Oh, this is not. That's not. Okay, get rid of that. And then have a splitter here. Yes. Yeah, like here. A splitter like that, yeah. And that goes into there. That into there. That up to there. There we go. And then have this. That's creating metal rod. This creates metal rods, which is creating 30 of those. And how many do I need to make? Then that's 30. And I'm gonna need 40. No, I need 10 for this. Okay. Oh, so that like splits up perfectly right now. If I need to, if I pull this forward a little bit, just to give myself some more space. I got a lot of space to build in, so I might as well use it. Okay. So if I then pull out, where is it? Okay. I'll put this like, yeah, put that there. Put that there. Put that there. Then put another splitter here. As long as that, yeah, that goes into there. That goes into there. That goes. Oh, I'm missing out plates. That goes into there. Then that. Oh, for goodness sake. Where's my iron plates? I've got some around here somewhere. I think actually I don't know if I do. Oh no, I do. Yoink. I'll take this. There we go. Okay. So it's like this. We're kind of getting somewhere with this. This here is just gonna. This constructor here can just kind of sit there and pretend like it's doing something. But this then should make screws because it's making 10. This here is producing 15. Oh, never mind. I fucked it up. I'm wrong. This is wrong. This is wrong. You're wrong. You're just wrong. You're just wrong. I don't think you've ever been right about anything in your life. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Actually, that can stay. Get rid of that. That. And that. I want these to merge here. Don't merge like that. Get rid of that. It's not. Oh, for goodness sake, this is shit. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. Merge it. Good. There we go. Okay. that merges to get that into going to do. Now there'll be 30 coming out of here. I'm then going to want to split that. Like that. And then production. There. There. Oops. That might be too close, actually. Nah, well, it might not be too close. That goes into there and there. This produces screws. Screws. And screws. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Slowly. Slowly and slowly. We're getting somewhere. Pick this up and this, because I don't need it. I don't need it there, at least. Okay. So this should then be making 120 screws. 4, 8, 12, yeah. That's making 120. I can split that up into... I can split that in half. I'm going to need to use a 120 belt, though, for a brief period of time, but that's fine. So, if we just have... Fine, I'll put some foundations down. Might as well. I need more concrete. That's fine. It does make it significantly easier to see what's going on if I put down foundations. I remember the last time I played this on stream, I never used foundations. I'm also going to run out of fuel soon, aren't I? Because I haven't used any in a while. I haven't harvested any. It's fine. There's plenty. We'll probably be fine. Probably. Maybe not. But if I just say we'll be fine, then usually everything works out eventually. Use all this up. I should probably put a thing at the end of there so I can just collect it. A big container. Okay. Okay. Put that there, there. Okay. And then want to merge these. That. And then just for actually, I don't know if I've. Oh, I don't think. I was going to say I don't think I've got a splitter that can handle this many, but I don't think that matters. And split that off like so, and like so. So that should produce each one of these sides here should get 60 per minute. And that's just for 2 of these right now. That's for 2 of these and just for and only for the screws. Okay. Because I want to make that, yeah. Wait, no, it's... no, it needs 60 per minute, yeah. Wait, no, yes. That is right, okay. So that needs 60 per minute, then it needs... it needs 30 iron plates per minute, so I need 60 iron plates coming over here. This here's how many? This here's producing 30 in it, yeah, and 15 go into there. So we'll find this efficiency here is fine. We can ignore that. If I need 60 iron plates, if I shut down, currently there's some over here producing advanced plates. Or reinforced plates. If I shut this one down, then I can scrounge some iron plates from it. Or do I need to? How many does this use? How many iron plates are you using? You're using 30 per minute. How many am I producing? I'm producing 20. I see. So I'm going to need 3. To fill those 2, I'm going to need 3 of these. 2, 4, 6, yeah. Okay. Is that something I'm capable of doing? It uses 30 of those. I need 30 iron. Wait, that means I'm going to need 3 of these? Ugh. The math, I don't like math. I don't like math when I'm the one having to do it. Alright, let's shut down one of these. I feel like I need to do some meth after this. Apparently, if you smoke meth, it like gets in the curtains, and so like if you close the curtains, it puffs it into the air, and you get a second high, like a couple days later. Okay, so I can split this. These here can come into 2 lines. Like when you, because it's like all crystalline. When you smoke it, it like, not all of it combusts when it like burns or melts or whatever it does, and so some of it like just gets carried into the air. It's like asbestos, but for meth heads. Okay, so that's producing 30 of those. You know what? I am going to shut down the production line over here, and then I'll just move it. So consider this moved. I can sort all this out later. I don't know if I've ever heard the real version of that song, but I've definitely heard the synthwave version by someone that I forgot the name of. Is that from real Evangelion or the fake Evangelion that came out in the 2000, like came out afterwards? Rebuild, that's it. Because I can't actually remember hearing it in the main series. I may just misremember because I probably wasn't paying that much attention. Because I've also heard that like End of Evangelion is a completely separate ending to the actual just end of Evangelion. Because like I never really noticed. I'm surprised that Evangelion is still such a big thing in Japan. Like it's probably not that weird considering it's something like, you know, in the UK we're still hanging old people are still hanging on to like Only Fools and Horses and other old shows. But like in Japan, Evangelion stuff is still everywhere. Like, on one of the videos that I was watching of someone... Well, I say everywhere, but... I was, watching one of the videos of just people walking around Japan, and, like, the guy was walking around... Obviously, you could tell that the guy was walking around the same area, but simply because like every few minutes you would just hear a little bit of a Cruel Angel's Thesis. Every few minutes it's like, oh, I know you've come back around to the same place again because I can hear a Cruel Angel's Thesis in the distance. And like you still see them, see them all on like signage and things, like advertisements. I'm just surprised it's still such a big thing. I know the reboots came out, so that just kind of add to it a little bit. But so this has 30 minutes. This here takes 30 and makes 20. Okay. Was it a song before Evangelion then? Okay. It's also in K-On! And Nichijou. I've never seen Nichijou, and I don't know if my ability to comprehend what's going on in any given moment is so low that I wouldn't even know it was in K-On! It's actually it's pretty worrying how poor my comprehension of the world is. I've had it stuck in my head for well ever since I heard it for the first time. The main reason I kind of knew it was in Rebuild and not in the first one is because in the video that I watched, the clips from Evangelion that are shown very briefly at the end are clips that I hadn't seen, and I was like, oh, that's probably because it's from Rebuild. I have heard that I'd like Nichijou. Well, I tried watching it a long time ago. I'd probably like it now. I tried watching it a lot longer ago. That's a sentence. I tried watching it a while ago. It's pressing. That's just 30. Is here. Okay. No, yeah. I tried watching it a while ago, but it was during my time when I wasn't huge into watching shows that had. Wait, this isn't doing anything. The fact that it was like split up into chunks, like a Western cartoon would be, I guess, wasn't my thing at the time. I'd probably like it now. I've just never like I don't know if it was split up into like 10-minute segments or whatever. I know it's a slice of life, but it's different because it follows several different characters. It's not just like, I've watched several. I've watched Yuru Camp, and that does follow several different characters, but it was like all the characters kind of know each other, whereas in Nichijou it seemed like all the characters didn't know each other. It was just like several different characters that just were, I don't know, like tangentially related. I don't know. But no, I probably would. I haven't watched anything recently. Slice of life stuff is it's just easy to watch, isn't it? I want to merge this. Okay, I haven't really thought about watching anything recently because there's quite a bit of good anime out at the moment from what I've heard. Because there's it's like Dungeon Meshi, there's that My Dear Friend anime, several other shows that I've forgotten that I just don't know exist because I'm stupid. Yeah, I can't remember. I've completely forgotten anything that's recent. There we go. So I know that there's plenty to watch that's come out recently that I've kind of been meaning to watch in a sense, but at the same time I was distracted by other stuff. Like I was watching. The last thing that I finished watching I think was Eurocamp season 3, and you know I like Eurocamp. Eurocamp's good. What's that noise? Eurocamp's fun. It's I kind of I'm only slightly disappointed by like what's the by the fact that season 3 had a new studio. Not because I think that it looks bad, just that it looks different. I think it holds its own. I just preferred the way it looked previously. It's the same with when Mappa took over of Attack on Titan. It's like what Mappa did was fine. It's just that it was different. The new show release was botched by corporate. What was wrong with it? Why do these not seem like they're going? It doesn't. That's fine. Oh no, okay. It's yeah. No, it's fine. I'm just stupid. Okay. I think I was gonna. I don't know if I did. No, I know. I don't think I did. I remember downloading a Nichijou clip for one of the videos that I put out. I can't remember how I was gonna use it, but there was there was a clip that I was gonna use. It was the clip of one of them stabbing a finger with a pencil and blowing up Saturn. Okay. For now, I just need one smelter. One smelter. And then... The Blu-rays were horribly overpriced. That's disappointing. I never owned a Blu-ray player or a Blu-ray, but... I own a PS4, so that's basically the same thing, but you know what I mean. I've never watched a Blu-ray before, but... I can imagine that being disappointing. I need a merger. To merge that. That's why it's always ethical to, you know, pirate. Piracy is always ethical if corporate gets involved. I wouldn't mind owning, like, a Blu-ray of a thing, but, you know. It's also ethical to produce content for our sounding, but you still wouldn't do it. Well, you know. Are you equating anime piracy to people that stick rods up their cock? Copper, iron ingot, and then... Because that's quite the claim. That is quite a thing to do. Quite a stretch. I would love if there was like, you know, a way to get rid of this. I would love if there was a way to watch, you know, any and all anime in one place and not have to go to, you know, 1,000 different locations, half of which don't even have. They advertise that they have what you have, but because you live in fucking Belarus, you can't get what you want. Or the alternative, it's like, yeah, you can watch, you know, if you really want to watch Kiss Exist, you can, but you do have to make sure that you live in fucking Tijuana. Like there's no reason. There's no reason why, you know, I should have to fucking. And then it's like, because I wouldn't mind. I won't mind. Like, you know, as much as people don't really like Crunchyroll, you know, if Crunchyroll had every single anime known to man on it and was available anywhere, I would be much more consider like I'd be more likely to actually want to subscribe to it. That's making iron plates here, yeah. Okay. Sure. There we go. Maybe I should maybe we should make a competitor to Crunchyroll and call it Kimchi Roll. It's just I would say it's pretty sad that every fucking dodgy, you know, insanely dodgy Russian anime piracy website and just random website in general that's like making any website that is producing not producing any website that is hosting fucking pirated content has created a better service than any like modern streaming platform. Wait, that's wrong. Oh no, it wasn't. Okay. What Big Bang Theory seasons 1 set 1 to 7 Naito just to fuck with you. Did I know that no Kimchi's full name is King Jong Ilchi? Shut up. It also doesn't help that like official services like Crunchyroll are sometimes just not very good. Like for a long time, the first few episodes of Naruto just weren't available subbed in English. They were like only available subbed in Spanish. Like they were in Japanese, but they were subbed in Spanish, and that was the only way you could watch it. So if you wanted to know what was going on in the first episodes of Naruto, you had to go and find it from an illicit source. You said you lost your account to this private anime tracker due to inactivity. Was it some dodgy service that told you about new fucking piracy websites? And yes, it is true that it's just going back to cable. And what's sad about it is that like most people, I do think that most people would pay for it if it was good. Like people say that, and people say that in a way that makes you think like, but would you? And it's like I do think they would. I think most people, given the opportunity, given access to a good quality service, People would pay for it. So I'll put this somewhere around here just because I need to be able to see. It's just sad that most of them are incapable of making good quality services. Okay. Da, 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 da. There. Actually, that's powered. That there. Oh wait, I've powered that up. Put that there. Put that there. I'm probably going to need to make more biomass generators from doing this. Okay. So that might... This might work somewhat. The Dota 2 World Championship was last week and Grand Final went 3-0, so you were sad. As in... it was just... Whoever won just it was a fucking sweep. Were you... There we go. Did you want to watch more Dota, or did your team lose? Were you just disappointed that you didn't get to watch as much as there wasn't enough Dota to watch? I didn't know you were a fan of Dota. I've got a fucking... I've got like a flea or insect bite on my wrist there. It's fucking itching. Okay, there we go. Let's turn this into biofuel. I mean, he's not wrong, Fitzrick. He's not wrong. It technically was. Last weekend technically was yesterday. Does competitive Dota look as incomprehensible to everyone, or is it just something that if you play, or is it like if you do play Dota or understand it, is it understandable if you have played it? Because like I watched a little bit of like the MDI of WoW's MDI, the Mythic Dungeon International, and even though I've played WoW, that was still pretty much incomprehensible to me. I don't know what the answer to my question is. My understanding of whether or not people can understand what's going on and comprehend a what's going on in a Dota game has not been. My understanding of that has not been satiated, or increased in any way. Like, it has to be somewhat understandable because the announcers get really up into it. You know, whenever I've heard, whenever I hear like Pyrian Flax talk about it, he gets really excited. So some people definitely know what's going on, but I just don't think that's. I don't believe him. I don't watch Pyrian, but I hear about him occasionally when like I watch when it's like the Christmas Yogscast live stream. Uh, you know what's going on. It's not like R6 levels. Oops. I could just, like, I can pretty much comprehend what happens in, like, Counter-Strike. If I'm ever watching, like, a Counter-Strike game, I can kind of know what's going on. But not in a huge way. I'm still not that good at comprehending it. I don't have the best, I don't have the best comprehension of anything, but... Turn that down, it's a little bit annoying. I actually have quite a bit of wood. There we are, I can get some more. My dad's listening to fucking Queen downstairs really loud, and I can feel it vibrating through the floor. Yeah, it's me, Toddy, him, Tom. I think that's his name. I don't know. I haven't kept up to date with the Oxcast in a long time. I get the occasional bit of information from my friend who's a little bit more up to date with them, but you know, wait for Toddy, mate. Like for 1 year on the Oxcast live streams, the year that the Toddy thing happened, they did cut him out and just had him appearing in the like. They had him like green screened out and just appearing on the side of the screen occasionally, of him like kicking the door open. I don't really know anything about it. I I don't really know where it came from. I just remember it being a meme for a while on the live stream. Ugh. The Oxcast fell off ever since every single one of them got outed as a nonce. That's slander, but you know. More, you know, if I had $1 for every time it happened, I'd have like $4, which isn't a lot, but it is weird that it happened 4 times in one place. You know. Oh, sorry. What fucking Red Dead / Prigozhin meme are you gonna send me today? / Gundam thing. Da da da. Da 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 da. Da da da. The fuck is that? Is that Tony Blair? Oh wait, no, it's not. It's George Bush. I'd play DDLC if it had George Bush in it. So he sent me a picture of George Bush in DDLC. That's what I was referencing. So yeah, oh, the electricity's turned off. I forgot. Oh, he's back. And he's got a new trick. He's sawing a pigeon in half with a stick. Okay. I think there should be a spin-off of Gundam called Gundam. And it's about people making fuck robots. I've made myself a sex robot. It's unofficial. No one is claiming that it's official. He's back and he's got a new trick. He's sawing a pigeon in half with a stick. Alright, so I'm going to... This here is going to be producing biofuel, but that's going to use biomass. So what I need to do is have I want to semi-automate it. I know at the moment I don't have any power, but that's fine. It's official. da, da, da. It's like Build Divers, but with real dolls. I've never seen Build Divers. I just assume that it's about building Gundams. Dun 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 dun. Oh wait, hold on. If I do, I can put all this away in here. Put that in there, and then let's. Oh, I do actually still have. It's here that's running out. It doesn't have any fuel in it. So let's do that, and then that. It should work. Yeah. Okay. So that's producing biomass now. I'm going to use, well, it's producing biofuel. I need to make a biomass, little biomass factory here. Do that and that. This here is biomass leaves. This here is biomass wood. Dun 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 dun. I'm every time I try and think about getting new, watching a new anime, I get like semi tempted to just watch Iron Blood Orphan, not Iron Blood, The Witch from Mercury again. Storage container. I'm missing things. I really liked The Witch from Mercury. It's a bit if in places. Some parts of it aren't great, but for the most part, I enjoyed it. I liked the end of season 1. Like the very end. I need some of these. Go fuck off. It was a very stupid end, but a good end nonetheless. But the end of season 2 is a bit. What planet are they from? I think they're from Mars. I think. Mercury is the witch from Mercury doesn't refer to the planet; it refers to the element. In which just one day they're hanging out on Mars next to the big mercury pit that they have. They've just got a big it's just like a big pit full of mercury that they throw people into occasionally. And one day a woman climbs out of it and she's got magic powers. And you get right to the very end before you find out that she didn't have magic powers. She just had pockets full of mercury that she would throw at people. People thought that she could kill people with the way that she looked, but it wasn't. It was just the excess mercury that she would just have inside her at all times. Why is this backed up? Why is nothing working? Did I not set things to actually start making anything? It's very possible that I didn't actually. I don't think I ever. Oh, I never actually connected this. That's the problem. There we go. There it is. Da 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 da. Wait, hold on. What? Okay. I find it cool. I find it interesting how Mercury is very dangerous, but it also isn't at all. Like we've spent significant. I've been spending a significant amount of my time being told that mercury is bad for you and you shouldn't consume it, which you shouldn't definitely not do. But like, there's different types of mercury. Like there's elemental mercury and then like organic mercury. And like depending on if it's got carbon attached to it or whatever, depends on whether or not it's like dangerous. And I knew that like mercury was used in things, but I just assumed that all mercury was the same. It wasn't until I found out that the filling in my tooth was made of mercury that I started to think maybe there's something to this. I never even thought about it being weird because like when like anti-vaxxers would complain that there's mercury in vaccines, I never even considered that that could be a problem, that like the mercury could be different. I just assumed that it was the same mercury but in such a small dose that it didn't matter. Although I also learned recently that there hasn't been mercury in vaccines for a long time, but specifically because people got annoyed and were like, hold on, that's bad. The thing is, people are such idiots that you shouldn't say, well, some form of mercury is fine for you. You'll have people drinking raw mercury. That is true. You give people that kind of permission, and they will take it and run with it. I mean, mercury. I'd drink a cup of mercury if you handed it to me. It looks good. You can't pretend you wouldn't want to try drinking mercury if given the option. Because I think most people would. I think most people would see mercury and see that looks tasty. It looks fun to play with as well. Kind of death would be unpleasant. I think it would be quite unpleasant. You got hands on jar of mercury back in school. I can imagine it is heavy metal. I mean, it is a heavy metal, so yeah, it would be quite heavy. Merger. They didn't do that at my school. I don't know if I imagine they probably did have a mercury sample in my school, but they didn't allow us to like grab it and poke it. They did bring out a radioactive sample. They brought out a radioactive sample. I don't know what it was. It was alpha emitting. That's all I remember. There was no fucking betas in my school. The teacher brought out the radioactive thing, and she was being really careful with it. And then like, out of nowhere, she just looked at one of the kids and said, "Think fast," and threw it at him. And he had to try and grab it. Like, well, he didn't have to try and grab it, but you know, if someone like throws something at you, you do instinctively try and grab it. And he grabbed it in his hand. I don't know why the teacher did that. It was quite mean of her. The guy lost 3 of his fingers doing that. The teacher did lose a job afterwards, but, you know, retroactively we all thought it were funny, but at the time we were kind of like, that's not very good. Because she was being like really secret, really safe with it. She's like, it is alpha particles, so you don't have that much to worry about. But you know, I'm not gonna like throw it. I'm not gonna put it near you. And she was like, I'm not gonna point it directly at you or until one kid was like, "Miss, can I go to the toilet?" And she went, "Think fast," and threw it at him. Okay, I'm just out of it. I need more power generation. See, alpha, beta, and sigma people, the balance that push that, they do it all due to like, you know, they think like alpha wolf and things like that, alpha male and things. I don't. I think about it in radiation terms, and I think that yeah, alpha males are pretty cool because of, you know, alpha radiation being the most ionizing and being the most dangerous. Or is gamma the most ionizing? It doesn't matter. Anyway, the alpha radiation being like the most powerful and being the scariest. That's how I think of it. So I think that like there should, instead of like alpha, beta, and sigma, there should be like alpha, beta, and gamma. Gamma's the dangerous one because it's on the spectrum, isn't it? Not the autism spectrum. the EM spectrum. He should have thought faster. He should have done this route. He would, you know, he wouldn't have been missing 3 of his fingers. Da da. Da 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 da. Da da. I don't really know how to increase production of biomass at the moment, but it's whatever. But yeah, alpha radiation is a bad one, but it's only bad like if you start like touching it. If it's like on the other side of the room, you're probably gonna be fine. Like even if it's unshielded, as long as it's not a huge, like, you know, it's not like the fucking Hope diamond of uranium on the other side of the room. As long as it's just like a relatively minor source of uranium, or of alpha particles, you're probably going to be fine if it's on the other side of the room, even if it's unshielded. But I mean, you probably don't want to be in a room with that. But then you have beta, which is a little bit worse. It's not as dangerous in terms of its ionizing capabilities, but it is dangerous in its penetration abilities. And then you've got gamma, which is very good at penetrating and also very good at ionizing. You know, alpha radiation is a small penis that's very fertile. Beta radiation is a long penis that's infertile. Gamma radiation is a fucking long fertile penis. That's the sort of analogy that you come here for? That being said, don't drink beta sources because you will die. If why am I out of power? What if you want to die? There's more efficient ways of doing it. That legally I'm not allowed to tell you about. Opening the Codex Astartes. Oops. No. Fuck off. Go away. What are all these things? Take this. Put it there. Yeah? No, not that. How do I split this in half like that? The Codex Astartes does not frowns upon you today, Titus. Is that gonna work? Okay. So I'm now producing enough. So this is how many biomass generators I need to be able to support what I currently have. Just speak Mario and Luigi to the mafia. Yeah, you'll be sleeping with the fishes in no time. Don't join the Black Templars. Just Cordus Astartes is full of blunt smoke. I can't. If I was a little German boy, I would definitely join the Codex Astartes. Not, I mean the Black Templars. What the fuck am I on about? Rule followers with cool swords and like big melee weapons. It's just like, it's the way to go. Da da. Da 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 da. Take that. Yoink that. There we go. I need to go and harvest some things. I like the more gothic side of Warhammer 40k, the Space Marines. I like to I like the more like I like the Sisters of Battle. I like the Inquisition. I like some of the Inquisition. Some of them look a bit stupid. I like the Black Templars. I like the Grey Knights. Okay. Da, da. Good. I do like the Tau. Well, I kind of like the Tau, but I'm not a huge Tau fan. I thought I was going to be a Tau fan. That's the thing. I'm disappointed that I don't like the Tau more. I wish I liked the Tau more than I do. Because when I first started getting when I first like started to try and get back into Warhammer, which I'm like I tickle the edge of the Warhammer circle. I watch the occasional looting video and I play Warhammer. I play Space Marine 2. But I thought when I was first looking at like if I wanted to try painting things. Get your hand off my penis! I'm not tickling any penises. I'm on the edge. I'm on the edge. I'm not doing anything wrong. What I'm doing is technically not a crime. It's technically legal. What are those things? Ugh. I haven't seen these things before. Oh, it's moving. Oh, fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off. Oh, these are actually horrifying. These are horror creatures. I didn't know this game was a fucking horror game. I'll fucking call down an exterminatus to deal with these. Oh. But yeah, no, I thought I was going to be a Tau fan, but I just don't like them. They're just not very interesting. They're small and boring. The fuck off. They're small and boring, and they're like, their melee units are just some random like alien creatures that are boring. That's the thing. I don't like them because they're like me. Like, the crew are just boring. The crew are boring. The Tau are... Some of the Tau aren't. Like, some things to do with the Tau aren't boring. But, like... I don't know. I've got Tau soldiers. Like... They're covered in dust because they've been sat on my shelf for ages. But, like... You've got like a Primaris Marine, and then you've got this little bellend, and it's like he's just small and boring, you know. Like the Primaris Marine's just cooler and bigger. They're not too bad. The moment that I found out they had hooves, that's when I kind of fell off of my interest. To be fair, the fact that the Tau have hooves and only like 3 fingers, that did kind of put me off them a little bit. It's John Tau. Some of the larger models, some of the larger like the battle suits are cool. But like the problem with the battle suits, really fucking expensive, aren't they? It's like I love dreadnoughts. There's a dreadnought in Space Marine 2. And I was excited like a child when I saw the dreadnought in Space Marine 2. I was actually getting giddy. I was like, it's so cool. It's not in the game for very long, and you kind of catch glimpses of it throughout like the story, and when you go back to the battle barge. But when I saw it for the first time in like wandering around, I was like, this is cool. Da, da. But yeah, so like I've got I printed these off like over a year ago. I've just had them sat on my shelf, but like these are cool models. These are cool, like 40k inspired, um, like models that kind of, in my opinion, I'm trying to cover my face so it picks up on that. That kind of fit the gothic aesthetic a little bit more. They're a bit. This one here is a bit Roman, but then again, that is the Space Marines are. Um, but yeah, I just kind of, I don't know. The Tau just aren't as interesting as I thought they were gonna be. But I can say the same thing about most of the factions. Most of the factions are much cooler in lore than they are in model form. Fucking the Tau are just space centaurs. No, that is a very furry thing to say. Bet you're a Tau player, aren't you? Bet you're annoyed that there's no first-person Tau game, and that you have to use Armor 3 mods to play them. The thing is, I like Draenei because they make all the armor look really big and cool, but they once again, it's the fact they've got hooves. It's not, and it's not the fact that they've got hooves that's the problem. It's the fact that having hooves means you don't get to see the cool boots. I like Nurgle. If I was gonna get like really big into painting, or if I was actually, I was gonna try and buy some Death Guard at one point. I actually had quite a few Death Guard like in my shopping cart on a website on a WoW, not WoW, on a 40k store. I was gonna buy loads of Nurgle models, load of Death Guard. I don't care about the zombies. The zombies are shit because I'm not buying them to make an army. I was not planning on buying anything to make an army. I was just buying them because I like the look of them and I wanted to make some. I wanted the cool Plague Marines. But Plague Marines are cool. I like space. I like the corrupted Space Marines. I've also started to like Tzeentch a little bit recently. Not a huge amount. I'm still not that big into Tzeentch in the Thousand Suns. I don't really like the Egyptian aesthetic of them. Their helmets look a bit stupid, and their Terminators look stupid. Some of their demons look cool, but I'm not huge into. I'm not really big into the demon side of Chaos. But yeah, no, the plague guard, death guard, they're fun, they're cool, they're disgusting but cool. Dana. I don't like the Tyranids. Tyranids are actually boring. I was very close to not buying Space Marine 2 because the main enemy was going to be Tyranids. I'm fucking playing like a Tyranid right now. I've just cut down like all the trees nearby. They're just not an interesting. it's just not an interesting idea, really. They just, well, it's not that. It's that they just look stupid as well. The fact that it's just like a hive mind that they just all kind of, I'll grab that. It just doesn't look. It's just not very interesting. Like I said, it's a hive mind, and then, let's put this in here. And like they have like biological weapons and guns, and it's like, but they're like space insects. So why have they got a gun? This looks stupid. Why do these space dinosaurs need a gun? This doesn't make any sense. So I just kind of fell out with the idea of a Tyrannid. I like chaos, but I also very much like the highly loyalists. I like this the ones that are just kind of like guys. That's like, oh yeah, we just live in the Imperium. We hate chaos, but you know, we're not like the really big. They're not like the horrible guys that will, you know, that call the Inquisition. We're not. I like, as much as I don't like Leandros, the sides of the Imperium that are just all Leandros times 10 are much more interesting than are much cooler than just the regular guys. You actually see it's very because you play as the Ultramarines in Space Marine. It is quite. They do not like heretics. They are very much. They are very. It even gets to the point where it's most certainly on purpose, but it becomes comical just how much they like shout praise the Emperor and die heretic and things like that. It becomes a point where they are fighting what is actual heresy. Like they, at least in the Warhammer 40k world, you know, when they're talking about witches and sorcerers and things, that's actually happening. So it is, you know, that's one thing. But it's just funny like just how they actually have an animation for you pressing the button on. That's cool. But yeah, no, it's obviously to an extent the level of which their devotion to the Emperor is the heights of their devotion, I should say, is very very much on show. But I also like that in Space Marine 2 specifically, because I've never read any of the books and I'm never going to. So my only kind of the only way that I interact with the story is through like hearing about it in like a looting video or whatever. So I never really hear about the way that the Space Marines just kind of act. Like in my head, they kind of just act a bit like stormtroopers or clone troopers in old Star Wars, in which in that they're a bit just like nothing. There's nothing to them. They just do as they're told. But the thing that I like in Space Marine 2 is you kind of see them just hanging out, and like I'm used to seeing them as in the model form or like in battle in like artwork, and so they're always like very stationary and they're like standing to attention or whatever. But in Space Marine 2, you see like Titus standing there and will, you know, stretch his arms. People they will stand there without a gun in their hands with their arms crossed. You see them like mourning battle brothers and things that they've lost, and you see them just talking to each other. And like my favorite thing is hearing them all talk about how much they don't like the Mechanicus. Like they're all just like they all talk about how much they don't like how not all they don't all talk about it, but you're they a key character in Space Marine 2 is a member of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Actually, there's a lot of them. Seeing a lot of just regular sized humans walking around as well is cool, like the serfs on the battle barge and members of the Mechanicus just kind of hanging out, you know, talking to servitors and things. the world building in Space Marine 2 is very good. Seeing members of the Mechanicus get annoyed at the seeing members of the Mechanicus get annoyed at servitors for not doing their job properly is fun. I need to find what's this? This here requires reinforced iron plate. Yeah. See, this hasn't been on for so long. I haven't had this hooked up for so long yet. It's still not run out of plates. I need iron. This here's not hasn't been. It's not hooked up anymore, is it? No, it ain't. Okay. Okay. Da, 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 da. Da, da. Da, 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 da. Okay. I do recommend Space Marine 2 if you can afford to, you know, shell out 55 quid for it. Belt's too long. Make it shorter then. Oh wait, no, don't do that. Not there. Not like that. You stupid band. Let's get rid of that. There we go. It really does put into perspective how big a Primaris Marine is as well in Space Marine 2, because there are just like regular sized humans around, like the Cadian Guard are everywhere. And you just go stand next to him and you're like 2 times the height of an average soldier. Okay. So this is these plates here being pumped into there is pretty inefficient, because that's requiring 2 per minute, as well as this here and this. Why isn't this making screws? Why aren't... Oh, it is. Okay. Because this here is requiring... Yeah, it requires 2 of each per minute. This here is producing 4 per minute. So one of these, in theory, can support 2 of those. And this needs 2 of that per minute. So I have enough stuff here to be able to make another one of these. I can do this. I could probably make a number of them, actually. If I can increase the screw production, because like I said, so this from over there, I think I've got 30 of these per minute, or is it 60? It might be 60 of these per minute. Let's find out. Oh no, 5. I've got 10. Okay, I've got 10 of these per minute. So I can create 5 of these from what I've got of this. This here is producing 4, 4, 8. This needs what? If this needs 5. Oh, I didn't make that. Oh, now the math is getting too difficult for me. I can, at the very least, make more. That's all that matters to me. Fuck this, just do this. Do that. And then can split this here. Oh, for goodness it again. Clean it up. Oh, that's fine. No, stop that. Stop it. There you go. And then hook this up to there. Good. So that's now that's making 2 of these per minute, and I need 1,000 of them. So that's going to take a long time. But that's producing 10. This here needs 2, so I can make 5. So I can do more. I'll deal with the biomass in a minute. I'll deal with any energy production in a second. Because I'm also going to need, if I split this here. And then do the same thing here, I think. Do something similar here at least. Do that. Da-da. This splitter here doesn't do anything anymore, so I can... Actually, no, I could have left that. Never mind. Splitter there. Have that go under like that. Then I'm going to want another splitter on this one here. Yeah, that's good enough. To go into there. And then another one here. Come on. There we go. Good enough. And then, nope. And that can go down. There. Okay. This here makes smart plating. Attach that to there. Attach that to there. This here can also make smart plating. There we go. And that should work, probably, once we've got electricity. I think I'm just overusing now. I should probably, just before I do that then, the problem probably is that I'm going to need a better power source. So, I'm going to have to go coal power. What's this? Oh, I can get myself a Xeno Basher. Da-da. Yeah, let's go coal power. And so I'm going to need whatever that is, whatever stuff's in that corner there. Max consumption, it doesn't... I just want to know where's the problem? Everything has stuff in it, doesn't it? Oh, it's over here, those two don't. But that one doesn't. Okay. Here. Doing good? Yeah, because we had plenty before. Okay, that's fine. Okay. So, I need... I don't actually know if I need anything. If I've got everything I might need somewhere. 150 plates. Which I should have. And then 50 of these, which I do have. Actually, yeah. At least I can obtain. Yeah, 150 of those. There you go. Got those. Then I need 500 cable, which I can get very easily. Okay. And then I can start working on coal power, which is another adventure, but, you know, we'll deal with it when we get there. Where's my collection of cables? It's over here. I like that I'm not using copper at all for anything. Okay. Go. Send that off, so I've unlocked coal power.
Milestone reached. Power production can now be fully automated by burning coal, which has been added to the resource scanner. Water is also necessary to run the coal-powered generator and will require a network of pipelines to be transported from a water source. To assist with locating and identifying water, Fixit has compiled this guide. Water is a somewhat reflective liquid and it may have thick vegetation growing nearby.
Ah,
To test if something is water, try touching it. If it is not solid and does not corrode your suit, it is probably water.
thank you. Very useful. What about hydrochloric acid? That's not. That might not corrode the suit, and it's liquid. Where's the nearest coal? Some over there, I think. It's quite far over there, but there's some over there, I think. It's me, Toddy. Okay, I've got some over there. Okay, never mind. I was wrong. Oh, there's just. I remember there being water over there. All right, so the nearest coal is in that direction somewhere. That's something that that I'm going to need to deal with, but I need more iron. Where's the why? Okay, this there. That's what I wanted. This iron bit, because this here is I'm mining more iron than I'm using here. So, what I want to do is put a splitter. I would like to put a splitter there, but I've buggered it up by not making me enough space. Okay, let's dismantle this. Miner. Put it like do that. Hi, Hela. You haven't missed anything, don't worry. Splitter. That there. Okay. That to there. That to. Oh, I need the iron plates. Did you woke up? You get woken up by my sultry voice. Is that what happens? Is me streaming your alarm? Because if so, then you're going to be late for work on many occasions. Okay, that goes. This splits into there, and then I can have another one. Smelter. That goes into there. Your alarm is all Zootamayo songs. Do you have to like? Do you sit there? You wake up. You get woken up by the start of Zootamayo song, and then you sit there and listen to all of them, and that's how you wake up. That doesn't sound like a very efficient way of living. I feel like you could sleep longer if you just didn't do that. Constructor. Put that there. Ah, only 3. You limit yourself. You have a, you've got to. You gotta limit yourself. Can't have too much fun. Then let's. Can I make? I can, yeah. Put that there. There. There we go. Put that like that. Done. Bish bash bosh. Hup. Then that there. That onto there. To there. Into there. And onto there. Okay. So that should now be producing Oregon. Yeah, there we go. Good, 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 good. And this never even stopped because it'd been backed up for so long. Beautiful. Right now the rotation is Fasting, Me LeBeau, and Truth and Lies. I've probably not heard those songs, or maybe I have, and I just don't know. You're slowing. In your age, in your advanced age, are you beginning to slow down? You could have just put together random words and I'd believe that they were songs. There we go. I wouldn't have questioned. Build myself some more platforms while I'm waiting. I'm waiting for more iron to be produced, so I'm wasting the iron that I do have. I found out my poorly drawn horse smoke has a little scratch taken out of it now. I don't know where it came from, but I just noticed a chip taken, like a chunk taken out of his ear. The structural integrity of what's that do? Oh, I can do that to select it. Okay, it's like in Minecraft. Ah, that's very nice. The structural integrity of the mug, it hasn't been damaged, but it is a little bit. It is, you know, disconcerting to see that a small chunk of his ear has been removed. And it reminded me of the fragility of life, and just how close we are to, all of us, how close all of us are to death at any given moment. Okay. Put that away, put that away, put that away. Just making sure that the sound that I hear is that. Yeah, it is. Your Hunts, do you still have the pieces for it? I suppose you haven't binned it. Okay. I recognize at least one of those thumbnails. I would have come to the conclusion that I'm not going to fix it and binned it ages ago. I was going to say, or I would have brought a new one, but I don't actually think you can buy a new one. But do I often get weirdos sending me PMs? Only when I'm streaming. Is this just... Okay, yeah, it is. Only when I'm streaming does anyone do I ever get people DMing me at strange things. See, that's on the, you know, to go back around to what we were talking about very briefly the last time I streamed, which is the idea of like if I could get bigger online, would I want to? The like the fact then is the other problem would be like having to deal with people DMing me strange things. I know I can turn my DMs off, but then it's like, well, what if people? Then it's like having to deal with, you know, people hunting down past versions of me and like finding me on Facebook or whatever. and showing up to my house. Why am I not producing any rotors? Where's the problem? Okay, I'm not producing enough screws, is it? Is it screws? Are screws the problem? I need 100 screws, so I need 200 screws per minute. That's a lot. How many screws are coming down here per minute? That's 40. 4, 6. 4, 8, sorry. Make... I don't know if I've listened to the new one. I don't keep up to date with it. 15. This here needs 10. This here's 10. This here's 15. So I'm going to need 2 of these to support 2 of those. Hi, Siggy. Dab on the haters. No. Because I don't have any. Oh, this just is. I've got pipe here. I've got pipe. I've got things here. So banging on the music video is interesting. It depends. Is it the space one with the weird space alien cat? Because that's like I don't know if that's new anymore. Because that was the last new one I listened to. I have one hater, Orc. Orc isn't my hater. Orc loves me. Howdy, Siggy. Just splashed water on my face. Zutamayo has been pushed out of my my auto-generated playlist. I have not seen that one. What the fuck does that mean, Maya? I just went really dizzy for a second. Maya, you just cursed me. You saying that cast a curse on me. I got zapped by the fucking dizziness curse. By you saying whatever the fuck it was you said that I've forgotten. I went dizzy earlier while playing World of Warcraft. I think I was like picking herbs or something, and my it just felt like I'd been kicked in the side of the head. I also got horrible pain in my jaw as well. Like my jaw seized up. I was stretching and my jaw seized up. I think I'm dying. I think I am rotting from the inside out. I think it probably is AIDS. I go around, I do like sucking on syringes whenever I find them on the floor outside. I just got hit with fucking Confuse Ray. I can't listen to that Zutamayo song on on Discord because UMG blocks it. What's that? Fuck that off. There shouldn't be any of that. Hold on, I'm just finding OBS again. There it is. Just give the heroin needle a quick nibble. Yeah, just give it a little suck. Just to get whatever's left in there. I refuse to believe that smackheads are using up all the smack inside that needle. There's some left in there for me. Duh, 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 duh. Also, Maya, what do you mean your voodoo doll is squeezing my nuts like life-size doll? You do that to the voodoo doll. The voodoo doll doesn't squeeze its own nuts. Are you grabbing hold of my? Have you got a fucking body pillow of me and you're like grabbing hold of its knob? The Super Mario song's got a jaw harp in it, which was not the instrument I was expecting to hear in a Super Mario song. Okay, so what was I produce? What was I needing to produce? I need to produce more screws. This here produces... That produces 50 in. This here needs 10 and 10. So if I get rid of this... You're right there. I want to... These here should be making... Yeah, so I should... If I mix these together, I should have 30. If I merge these... if I merge these there... Okay. Hold on, I'm regressing into a child. Hold on. Do you think we should make the movie Cumnado 2, The Leguma Chronicles? I think we I think I need to spend £14,000 to hire an animator to make to animate the life of Leguma. For a single frame of the music video, you can see a Seto Kaiba on a wet floor sign. I haven't been looking at the music video, I've just been listening to it. But that's fun. Oh, the song's over. It wasn't as long. Well, actually, no, it was a normal length song. I just wasn't really paying attention to it. It sounds fine. My you know what? To be fair, all Super Mario music videos are fun, but you know the music sounds fine. Now that I've listened to it, once, it'll probably start getting put in my in my auto playlist, so I'll probably hear it more over the course of the next few days. Sorry, we call it Liberty Cabbage here, Siggy. And that's probably why that your stomach doesn't like it. It's because you're referring to it by its improper name. Okay. Alright, this guy just walking around, just being a nuisance. Has America overturned its ban on the word sauerkraut, or do they still have, like, do you still find jars of Liberty Cabbage in America? Okay, bring this here. And then that's going to produce... I want that to then split into 3. Where's my splitter? There it is. Hup. And then that's going to go... Hi, Carl. Put that there. That there. Ah. That there. There we go. I don't think I have found the most unheard of game. I think that, you know, I think it's you, actually. Have I played... I haven't played Peglink because it was like 13 quid, but I have played Peggle, though. Peggle's great. Screws. I've played a lot of Peggle. In fact, I think I've played too much Peggle. I think you need to broaden your horizons, Carl. You need to start looking out for new games. Shall we find out how much time I spent playing Peggle? I am an expert pegger. I spent... I have spent almost 14 hours of my life pegging. I have probably spent even longer than 14 hours of my life pegging, because I feel like I played it before I owned it on Steam. I know. I think, did I say almost 14? I meant I have spent over 14. I have spent over 14 hours of my life pegging. Is everything still moving? Here it is. I think. Yeah, it looks like it is. I'm an expert pegster. Okay. Get rid of that and that. Then have... what's there? Have that... Wait. Merger. Have it merge there. There. And there. And then I'm going to want Conveyor Mark 2 to bring it over here. We'll lift it up. And then we will split it here. Split it, Mark 1 down to there, and then over to there as well. Okay, that should help a little bit. And let's bring this here. Put that there. That there. Actually, I want to do that like that. Is that one to the... see how that works. Why did my video mention HP Lovecraft in the description? What, as in, is it something that YouTube did? Because I didn't do anything to do with Lovecraft. I mentioned the word Lovecraft exits my mouth during the video, but nowhere in the entire thing, nowhere did I specify anything to do with it. Is does it say, does it think, is that whole thing just did we accidentally steal a Lovecraft story? Did we just word for word say a Lovecraft story? Oh, everything's run out of electricity now. Uh, I don't see any. There's no Lovecraft on mine. Where I'm looking at it, I can't see. It doesn't say Lovecraft anywhere. Unless it's like in there. No, that's me. Da, 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 da. Unless it was just a temporary thing before it realized that it was being stupid. Get rid of that. Get rid of that as well. It's just his face. Why is Lovecraft's face just staring back at you? It's such a stupid picture to have underneath it as well. I don't know. It wasn't there when it's not on mine, but I think it picks out people. I think it's just something that a setting I have somewhere that it just picks out things that's in it. It's like if I mention a certain location, I think it will bring it up. But for some reason, all the times I've spent mentioning Skegness, it hasn't picked up on that, so I don't really know. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's you're having fun. Maybe it's so that if if I mention a Lovecraft book, then maybe you could then go, oh, I wonder what that is, and then you look in the description and it's just already there for you. Hold on to that just in case, because I'm gonna need some of it here. Well, there's loads of them just scattered around these weird land whales. The story is truly Lovecraftian. It is a cosmic horror, the story of Robert Laguma. It makes you question reality. I think he might be. I think he might be an old one, a great old one. He became an old one. He became a he performed a ritual to become a great old one, and now exists beyond time. He ended up like a slug at the end of he ended up in the same way that you end up as a slug at the end of Bloodborne. Do I have what is necessary to make a miner? Yeah, I do. I don't know. I don't want that. Fuck off. He looks upon us from wherever he may be. We will never know where he is, but he's somewhere looking down at us. Slightly altering the course of time and space through the way that he interacts with people in their dreams. Where's the coal? It's miles away, but it's in this general direction. It's not as far away as I thought it was. Maybe I'm a modern day Lovecraft, and I'm gonna once I'm dead, about 40 years after I die, everyone's gonna look back at that video, and it's gonna it's gonna be like it's gonna be lore that people like love forever, and there's gonna be films and games and books based on it, and people are gonna refer to it as Breadcraftian. Mm-mm. Oh, this is where I was on when I first played. Fucking right. There's no thing there running after me. You just have to make sure you remember it, so when I die, you can, you can tell everyone about it. But they do say only the best artists are recognized once they're dead. There we go. There we go. Little guy. I'll die the death of a martyr, I will. I will go down fighting for Breadcraftian lore. I will be burned at the stake as a heretic for spreading cum lore. The world just isn't ready for it yet, but give it a few years and people will comprehend, people will come to love it. But it's too long. We'll make it not too long then. There we go. I could make the power plant there, but I want to bring the coal back with me, I think, instead. I think it's much better to have the coal back at base than it is for me to keep having to have to run all the way back, all the way over here every time there's a problem with the electricity. People will see my genius in time, and they'll go, oh, I wish I could have met him when he was alive, and little do they know that they would have hated me when I was alive. There's a reason why cum lore didn't catch on while I was alive. Oh no. 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 Oh. Can I? No. Is that it? Yeah, it is. Ow. Fuck off. I'm dead. Well, that was quick. Alright. Did I drop everything? Yeah, I did. Okay. But I still got this. I still got my chainsaw and my zapper. Okay. Wait, have I died before? No, it says dismantle crate there, okay. I saw dismantle crate earlier. I thought that's a death crate and I just didn't notice. I thought I misread it as dismantle crate when it was actually death crate. I don't actually. Oh no, I've got access to water. There's a sea there. Yeah, look, there it is. I've got plenty of water. I haven't got any cum lore today. Today is today I'm cum lawless. It's taking my all to remain conscious today. Okay. A crumb outlaw, yeah. Yoink. No. Stop it. So, I know. Oh, for goodness sake! Ow! Ah, fuck off! I haven't got any food, or I don't think I got some nuts. I can eat a nut. There we go. And another one. Treat myself. Shell and all. I've been stealing cum. I go to the sperm bank and steal it from one. I steal from the rich and give to the poor. I steal from the sperm banks to then give it to the poor people. Say, oh, you want children? Fear not. And I drop down with fistfuls of it. Is that gonna work? What are you doing? Why are you connecting to the bottom one? I want that one. Fuck off. Ugh. Can I... What are you doing? No, stop it. Oh, fuck off. Hit. Just punch that one. Didn't even use the zapper. Yeah. Ow. There. Good. Eat this. This mystery nut. Canonically, for my character, that was the first time he'd eaten one of those nuts. Or I don't know. It's the first time my character's eaten one of those nuts, so anything could have happened when they ate it. Okay. How can I... Unless I do something like this. Can I make ramps? Yes, I can. Go. And then I want to build a ramp for myself here. The town that lived an outlaw by the name of Cumbrous Bread. Many men had tried to take him, and that many men were dead. And that many men gave head. He was vicious and a killer by the by the youth of 24, and the notches on his meat stick numbered 1 and 19 more. 1 and 19 more. Wasn't long before the stranger. There we go. Solved the problem. Wasn't long before the bread man. Some town. Was it Arizona worker? Wouldn't be too long in town. I haven't listened to Big Iron in a long time. I used to listen to it like 8 times a day. That's not even an exaggeration, really. It's a little bit of an exaggeration, but it's not much of one. I used to listen to Big Iron loads. Weirdly enough, every time I see Big Iron, I'm reminded that it's part of like a larger album, yet I've never listened to anything else in that album. I got the small iron energy. Yeah, I do. I do have small iron energy. I got small iron energy, so I need to listen to big iron just to feel something, you know. I need to understand my place by listening to big iron. He was vicious and a killer, though a youth of 24. And the notches on his pistol numbered 1 and 19 more. 1 and 19 more. At one point I was learning all the lyrics to the song, but I eventually just gave up. Not because it was too difficult. I just, you know, my goal was to learn all the lyrics, and I just never did. Like with most things, really, I just end up giving up. Not because it's too hard or anything. I just move on. Oops. Okay. Bring this down here like so. Can I don't. Oh, I can. There we go. Okay. And then we'll attach that like up there somewhere. Go on. I saw you get it. There we go. That surface isn't until yeah, sure. Okay, and then let's go over here. Okay. Go. Not much further now. I need to make sure that I need to actually send electricity. I need to send electricity back that way, and also get electricity back because I'm not producing any at the moment. Look. Go. You know what? Piss off. Go. I'll probably move it down here because I don't actually need the coal at my base. I need it near it. Where the fuck did you come from? It's like teleporting to find me. Fuck off! Why is he so fast? I'm out of iron now. Okay, so I do just need to get more iron. I need to get more electricity so I can start producing iron again. I think I should still have some because I've got a crate just filling up with it. I like that every time that I throw something in my bin like that, you probably can just about hear the slight clink of how much stuff is in there. Okay. So where was the problem? Is it that I just didn't have enough? I wasn't producing enough electricity. I think. I'm not actually completely certain. Everything has fuel in it, so I would assume that the problem is that there's just too much stuff connected to it. Which would make sense. I wonder if this game gets to the point where you, like in Factorio, where... Oh, I don't have that money. I wonder if it gets to the point, there's the same point as you do in Factorio, where you just kind of... You just have robots and things doing everything for you. Because in Factorio, I never ran out. After a point, eventually... Oh, excuse me. Eventually, you just never run out of anything because you have robots set up to bring everything to you whenever you get low. Power. Biomass burner. There we go. Do I have any biomass on me? I do not. To the window, to the wall. Is that what you want? Is that what you want to see? Do you want to see the sweat drip down my ball? You fucking disgust me. Did I play Underground 2? No. I assume you mean Tony Hawk Underground 2. Unless there is just a game called Underground. What? Why am I not... Where's my electricity gone? Why am I not... Oh yeah. Is there a Tony Hawk Underground? Is Tony Hawk? No. Anyway, no. Either way, I haven't. I've played one Need for Speed game in my life, and it was Carbon on the Xbox 360, and I was a young boy, and I struggled, and I couldn't get very far, and I didn't like it. Don't be mean to me. Okay, I'm not... The only racing games I've ever really played are Mario Kart and Simpsons Hit and Run. And a little bit of Forza 2, I think. When I was younger and I got my Xbox 360, we got a second controller, and that second controller came with, I think it was Forza 2 and Viva Pinata on the same disc. I don't know why they were giving out, they were, selling controllers that had both of those. It's weird to think that back then you could buy a controller, and as a bonus for buying the controller, you got 2 games. Nowadays, the best you get when you're buying a controller is a spit in the mouth, and that's only if you're lucky, because controllers are like 70 quid. I don't know what they have done to control... PS5 controllers, I can kind of understand because they've got like special like rumble features and things, but the Xbox One controllers are like, yeah, they're the best feeling controllers on the market, but it's just a fucking Xbox controller. It's like, I wouldn't be surprised if the internals haven't changed since I bought my 360 controllers back in the day. Like, these controllers, yeah, are some of the best. The Xbox controllers are some of the best. Xbox has always had, has always known what they're doing with Xbox controllers. I mean, it's a little bit stupid that, like... Oh wait, maybe I bought this one cheaper because it had battery power. I'm not too sure, but these controllers are like 50, 60 quid, and there's no reason. Like, I don't know what is so special about this that makes them 50, 60 quid. Everything about gaming has gotten so expensive for no reason, and I think it's just because they could. I never owned a PS2, so I can't confirm nor deny your PS2 statement of them lasting a lifetime. I owned a GameCube, and I didn't have a wireless controller for that, so I never had to think about it. In fact, even when I had an Xbox 360, I still had a wired controller. I had a wireless controller as well, but I actually retroactively asked my dad to buy me a wired controller because it was just more convenient to have that. It was more. I much preferred not having to change batteries all the time. I kind of wanted to. I kind of liked having the wired one. In fact, I still have that wired controller around somewhere. I think it might be under my wardrobe. I've had that for like over 10 years now. You only threw a controller once, it was a PS2 controller, and it still worked afterwards. Oh, back in my day, things were built to last. Back in I used to like my GameCube controller that I had. I like chewed on and everything. One of the joysticks was like completely gone because I just chewed it off like a dog. I was one of those children. I was a child that would chew on everything. I honestly am an adult that chews on everything, but you know. Yeah. Like I had on my GameCube controller, I had chewed on the joystick for some reason. I don't know why, but honestly, I they look chewable. Like joysticks, these joysticks, like they look like you could chew on these. Like I can see why I did. I don't know what I'd like. I don't know what was going through my head, but I can I would do it again. I used to spend like most of my time just chewing on things. Uh, oh yeah, I needed iron, which I don't have because I need electricity. But I need the electricity to make the fucking iron. Where's there has to be some iron plates around somewhere, just not doing anything. Don't act like you've never chewed on a game controller before. There's some. My old my Xbox yeah, my Xbox 360 controller, the one that I've got for 10 that I've had for 10 years, has got teeth marks on the side of it. This one might as well, to be fair. I'm not too sure actually. Uh, I don't think it does. I used to chew on everything. I mean, to be fair, like I said, I still do. I'm much more controlled about it, but not in a pika kind of way, not in a piker or whatever it's called, not in that kind of way. Like, I'm not trying to eat it. I just never grew out of that. You know, like how like children chew on things to learn about the world. I just never grew out of that. Apparently. Okay, and I want a little bit of biomass here. Or yeah. I've never chewed an exhaust pipe. I could never get my mouth around it. There we go. Okay. It was always too it's too big, isn't it? I remember when I was younger, the cooler the car, the more exhaust pipes it had. I knew nothing about cars and I still don't, but when I was younger, if you had a car with like more than two exhaust pipes, that was a cool car. Honestly, if you had one that had if it was more than one, it was a cool car. Okay, I just gotta kind of wait for some. Oh no, I've still got some plates, so I can at least do it a little bit. Inexplicably high, inexplicably low. I think I know what I want, but I don't know where to go. For a second there, I only read the word NASCAR, but my brain in whatever form it is in right now read it as cancer, and so my head filled in the entire everything. I saw the word debating. I saw I have been debating and NASCAR, but my brain read it as cancer, and so the sentence my brain formed was I've been debating whether I want to go and get cancer treatment. I was like, okay. Uh, Is there a special NASCAR exhaust? I thought NASCAR had to be like stock cars. Or is that stock car racing? When has something being insanely loud ever stopped someone from making it? Just drive the speed limit, then it won't ever get that loud anyway. Alright, there we go. I'm now out of iron plates. And all the while it seems that I'm living in my dreams, but not in the now. No, not in the now. Why are they made to make the car louder? Is it an intimidation thing? Are people in the South intimidated by loud noises? If I run up to an average Southerner and scream in their face, will that stun them for 45 seconds so I can do double damage to them? I can run up to them and scream and like clap my hands in front of them. That'll stun them. I can grab their gun and throw it under a car or into a storm drain. And then run. No, not this time. This is not a chimp. I'm screaming at an American Southerner. Just to see what happens. Why too long? Why too long? Slope too steep. Okay. Okay. Ah. Can I attach that? No, I don't. I think we're too long. There we go. Alright, so now that, once we actually have electricity, I don't know if electricity is working or not, or if it turned off, I can't remember. But now we have coal being produced, or we can have coal produced and sent down this, whatever it is called, conveyor belt. Get one of those like really long exhaust pipes that just look stupid. They're just like, it's like get an exhaust pipe that you see on a on like a semi. Have it extend like 10 feet above the car. Mm, mm. And then fill it with the lime scale or limestone so it like sucks out the carbon monoxide. There you go. Now you don't have to feel bad about driving a car around. Okay, let's see how much whatever it is. Let's see, I need iron plates. So I got distracted thinking about doing something else while I was doing that, so I just ended up running around in a circle. Can't stand the sound of diesel trucks. Is there I didn't know there was a difference. I don't spend much time listening to vehicles. To be fair, I'm not a huge fan of the sound of cars as a whole. Like, even the engines that people are like, oh, listen to how good this engine sounds. Even then, I don't really like it. It's just a loud noise, innit? Can you climb up this ladder? Oh, you can. I don't really get the appeal of listening to engines. We don't have massive trucks at all in the UK. We have big trucks, but they're not. You know, we don't have 18 wheelers. Wheeler. That was a game on the GameCube. That was. I don't know what it was. I think it was just like a driving game. We have lorries, yeah. And they don't usually have that many wheels. They have like 10 or something. So there's the coal. That's where the coal's gonna go. You do have a lot of knobheads that drive around here with loud cars, though. Well, I say a lot. It's not a huge amount, but you do hear it, and it does just make me go like, why? Like, who are you hoping to impress? Because it's like, well, you trying to impress the other guys? It's pretty gay. Do you think anyone's ever called him out saying that's like? Do you think they would? Do you think they'd get annoyed? I like to think that like chavs are getting more progressive. Come on. I like to think that the chavs are getting more progressive, and I can say that, and then they'll go, yes. So what of it? But okay. Alright, so I need to start working on making electricity. So that's what I'm doing right now. Is I'm trying to work on making electricity like good. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay. I did like hearing that a long time ago. A while ago, I. What the fuck happened? Did I push myself away then? I remember watching some, I don't know, it's a Let's Play channel, and the guys on that made fun of people who have those, who have really loud cars. They made fun of them. I was like, oh, no one wants to hear that. It's like, why are you doing it? Is it because you're trying to get like, do you think women like it or whatever? And apparently a load of them like messaged, like commented, just getting really pissy that they'd been called out. uh, 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 uh. Why is he doing that? I don't necessarily mind that people want to have cars that are like really loud. I just don't like it when they're driving it around the streets in the middle of the night. I'm not even asleep in the middle of the night. I'm still playing World of Warcraft, but it's just like, you know, it's like, can't you do something else with your time? So if you're going to be doing illicit things like selling drugs in the middle of the night, surely you don't want to be advertising that to everyone that you're doing that. Surely it makes much more sense to, you know, use like an electric car. Drug dealers should be using electric vehicles because they're much quieter. I'm just assuming that if you're out, if you're out and you're the sort of person to drive a loud car, and flex that you've got a loud car, you're probably doing drugs in the middle of the night. Ah, it's a blood moon. Everything's going to respawn. I don't know why that keeps happening. That's the second time I've seen that. Dead. Quick, get annoyed that there's no underwater filters. I mean, a blood moon. In it, bruv. Fuck off. It's where everyone comes out and starts stabbing each other. It's like, how do... I can't remember how this works. Of that.
Interesting, most
Ugh.
pioneers already had coal power set up by this point because they understood their responsibility to humanity.
Yeah.
Adjusting pioneer attitude metrics. Reminder, coal-powered generators require coal.
Okay. How else do I do this? I need a pump. Water extractinator. I need copper sheets and reinforced iron plates. Okay, so it's just going to cause problems. Looks really cool. I like mega structures. I like mega structures that have a level of scale to them. Not I mean that you can see that you can like kind of feel that they're big, but not like so big that they're incomprehensibly big. You see a lot of like sci-fi megastructure artwork out there, and the problem is that they'll have like they won't the way that it's being scaled is that, or you know, the way that you see the scale of it is it be like, this is really big, and to show you off the scale we've shown something else that in universe is also really big. And it's like, well, at that point it's no longer like scarily big or like conceivably big. Now it's just too big. It's like when you see like the Death Star compared to an Imperial Star Destroyer, is that the Death Star just no longer seems like scarily big anymore because it's now too big to be something. I mean, it's not like I'm scared of the Death Star or Imperial Star Destroyers, but you know. So I need to make copper plates, which are going to be annoying, especially when I don't have any electricity. I could disconnect something as to stop like too much electricity going to where it doesn't need to be. If I don't need these things at the moment, I can turn it off. Every film they do seem to get bigger Star Destroyers from somewhere. And then yeah, they got the Death Moon, which is just a hollowed out planet. It's at some point things stop be like scale and size only go so far for like terror. And when it comes to like man-made machines, the size of them does very quickly diminish. Like the amount, the scare, it has to be conceivable, and it very quickly becomes inconceivably big. And once it becomes inconceivably big, that's when the suspension of disbelief starts to suffer. Like this here is conceivably big. Yeah, yes, that's true. But then, like then you can overcompensate, and you have a lot of the greebling that you see on the side of like a lot of Star Wars stuff. Um, because it gets to a point like because like, yeah, when you get to a point where it's so big that you can't show. A key part in designing things is everything in it has to have a purpose. So like when you look at something like a sci-fi object, a key part of it is like, okay, so why is that there? I think oftentimes it can be easy to just start putting stuff in a design that doesn't have a point. You just think it looks cool, but then once it actually gets put in, it doesn't actually, because it doesn't have a point. It just looks like it's in the way. It doesn't fit in. So that's like when you start making things that are too big, the surface has to get filled with something, which is when you get greebling, which is just like all the extra shit that you just sort of like spaff on the side of it, and it starts to look a bit weird. It's not like it's a big problem. I'm being a bit exaggerating a little bit. But like when you look at this, for instance, everything about it looks like it has a point. There's nothing on there that's not there. It's like you've got this piston here, which is like holding it in. You've got like the shape of it. You've got hooks there. You've got joints everywhere. Things on the surface look like they have a point. It's like that's an access panel of some point of some kind, or at least that could come off to reveal what's underneath it. The surface plates aren't overly detailed, and they look conceivably like you could take them off to check what was underneath them. What are the random doors and hatches that lead to nothing? There's one. You've got to have the random doors. You've got like cables and things around that it's just that they kind of look like things. Look, there's greebling. There's a load of random shit. Like, it kind of looks alright because it's got that. Oh, that's actually just a texture. Let's say it's a texture, it's a bump map and everything, so it looks like it's... Actually, I don't know if it is, because I don't know if it is reacting to the light. Oops. Oh, it kind of is, yeah. I think it is a bump map. Or whatever it's called. I don't understand how it works. But it's a texture that's meant to act like it's 3D. But yeah, it's just something you'll know that I've sort of come to realize about design is that I'm not a designer by any means, and I don't know this is not official knowledge, or it's just knowledge that I'm assuming is that when making a design or coming up with an idea, everything has to have a point, because in the real world, that's how it is. In the real world, everything is done for a reason, and if you can't point to something and give a reason for why it's done, why is it there? Even in like modern architecture and things where shapes just seem to come out of nowhere, they still feel like they kind of belong, unless there's a reason for them to not feel like they belong in which there's a point behind it there. Even in a lot of even in a lot of buildings, sometimes you will see that they will go out of their way to add fake structure to it to make it look better. Like, modern architecture might not even need a lot of the things that we assume is structural. Like, a lot of the stuff is done internally now. So a lot of those like old the things that you'd see like large pillars and things, they're not really necessary as much anymore because of just advancements in material science, but we still put them in. You see a lot of skyscrapers that have designs on the outside that look like supporting structures, but in reality are just a facade just to make it look nice. And it looks nice because it looks like it's doing something. So as long as whenever coming up with things, you gotta make sure that everything has a purpose. And I noticed that like when it comes to when I've like tried to design and draw things in the past, every time it gets significantly easier when you start looking at references and those references, and you start looking at it and go like, why is that there? And it's like, oh, it's because of this. Once you start, it's the same as when learning anything in terms of like drawing and the like. is once you start realizing that everything has a purpose, things begin to have a little bit. It becomes a little bit like easier to figure out like how you're going to draw, how you're going to create something, or how it's going to look. Because it's like it's all well and good to be like, okay, this character here has this kind of weapon, and it's like, okay, then how does that weapon work? Or this building here has exists like this. It floats off the ground, and it's like, okay, but then how does it float off the ground? You've just drawn a square in the sky, you know. Um, it helps a lot in Minecraft. In Minecraft, it's very useful to think about the way that things work. Is there a post? No, there isn't. In Minecraft, you don't need, unless you're building with sand, but that doesn't count. In Minecraft, you don't need any kind of structural support in what you're doing, but it makes everything significantly easier. It makes everything look significantly nicer if you even just put in little bits of structural supports where they're not necessary. And it's kind of why in games like Valheim, and even in 7 Days to Die, structures can look better just because, like, look better with much less effort, simply because you have to make them work. In Valheim and 7 Days to Die, structures will fall apart if you don't support them properly, and so you have to put supports in. So in Valheim, you have to put like crossbar in. You have to make sure that weight is being properly supported by the pillars underneath it. And as a result, everything just looks nicer because everything looks like it's got a purpose. In Minecraft, your like basic house can look pretty boring because there's no real incentive. You're not forced to make it work. You can just build a block, like a square cube, with a door on it, and that will work. But then it's like, well, yeah, it works, but it looks boring. Maybe, how about you imagine that, well, in the real world, where would the supporting pillars be? Well, it might be in the corner, there might be one in the center. Well, just make those out of wood. There you go. Now your cube looks a little bit nicer. I would like to make... How do I make them? Copper sheet is just copper, okay. This, like here... This here takes 15 and turns it into 30 of that. I don't really need to worry too much about the way this works, do I? Not really. Not right now, at least. Not while I'm just making this. Then put that into a constructor. And then have it turn to a copper sheet. And then let's connect this up. But we do not have any electricity at the moment, so I'm going to have to disconnect some things so I can do this. Unless I can just make the make the copper sheets myself, which I probably might be able to. Everything in life has a purpose, even if that purpose is to serve, even if that purpose is that it serves no purpose. And I have to say that because when it comes to design, there are times where rules get broken, but you have to know the rules to be able to break them. Which is why it's very annoying when you see like artists and writers break rules that your teachers were like, oh yeah, you got to make sure that you write perfectly like this, and that this is how these words work, and that punctuation is important. And then you find writers that just completely disregard any rules, and it's like, it's like, why did they get, what's so special about that? And it's like, well, they're able to, you have to know the rules to be able to break them. You have to know what the rules do so that you know what breaking them means. Even if the writer themselves doesn't think that. You have to... There's a... Okay. So now... How many do I need? I needed... I think I needed more than that. Ibispheric. Production. Water extractor. Okay. I might be able to do some of this. Just grab shit. It's fine. Just grab it. I want it. Wait, is there... There might just be some in here I can just grab. Yeah, look at it. Plenty. I'm going to need a lot more power stations than this, but this is just more of a proof of concept. Fucking violent flower. Water extractor. Yeah, like that. Cool, fascinating.
That may indeed be water. Try submerging your arm. If it does not dissolve, that will narrow down the range of possibilities.
Cool,
Or you
thanks,
could just
Ada.
pipe it to a coal-powered generator and see what happens.
Where's my coal? There it is. Bonza. Then have that there. That goes to there. That to there. Do I have a biomass? Do I have any biomass on me? I might be able to just slap a biomass burner here, just for the time being. Just to, like, kickstart it. Okay. Water's flowing. Water is not flowing yet. Why is it not flowing? Oh, I saw water. There it is. Icy wiener. Okay. That's now up and running. I can then begin to strap this into the system. Just go. How do I get back up? Fine. Come on. Come on. No! Yes. Oh, yes. Okay. Okay. Connect to there. Bring it down here. Grab you. Yep, good. Put it here. And then put that there. So... Am I producing? I am doing okay. Yes. Okay. There we go. Okay. The first coal power plant is up and running. Well, actually, that's still going, so that could be causing some problems. But the fact that I've got that, but it might be all right. Yeah, currently consumption's a little bit higher, so it's going to turn off in a minute, I think. Or at least my maximum consumption is like that, so it might just turn off at some point random. But at least we're getting there now. At least we're getting there. I only need more wire or more cable. For now, one more should help. I can't remember how many I can actually support on that coal miner. Okay, grab all that. Come on, keep running. this is a a tap shift to run game, and I keep like repeatedly tapping it because it's because I keep forgetting. Okay, I'm gonna make another coal power plant or coal generator. Build it there. Put that there. And then put that like that. And we will split this there. Lift that up. Yep. Good. There we go. And then attach that to there. It's very haphazard, but it should be alright for the time being. I can make it look nicer in time, but right now I'm just putting it together. They changed the, they might have changed the design of these. I can't remember. Okay, there we go. How much power is that producing? There we go. Okay. We've got much more capacity now. We're good for a bit. Well, I still have to worry about the biofuel because it's only a small bit at the top here is being taken over by coal, but other than that, I can begin to sort that out. It would be very useful to switch over to coal because then I can just leave that running. Okay. And I can just sort of leave it passively. Bet that's you, innit? I bet that was a picture of you. That was your reaction. That was someone saying that to you. You're a fucking... Bet you're a femboy Dracula. You better be sorry. Wood, please. Leaves, please. Alright. Ugh. I love that guy just like hanging out. He's just like stuck there, I think. There's a number of them. They just occasionally walk in and get stuck. Ugh. Alright, I think I'm done for today. I've hit 4 hours. I'm a few minutes away from 4 hours, and I'm tired now. I mean, I've been tired for the past hour, but I've been a brave boy and I've pushed through. I'm a strong boy. I'm a strong, brave boy. I pushed through, and I began to put the electricity together again. I think I'm slightly, in that sense, I'm slightly further ahead than I was in the first time that I tried to stream this. Oh, I said try. I succeeded. It wasn't like I'd failed. But yeah, that's it. I'm done for the day. We'll I'll continue this next time I'm here because I still haven't got any. I haven't got anything else to do, so I'll just play this until I figure something else out. So yeah, that's it. I'm done. Thank you for watching. I will be back next time I stream, whenever that is. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Take care. It's always I always feel it's very sudden when I end it. But that's you know, I can do that if I want to. Anyway, I'm going. Bye bye. Take care.